Is that everyone back?
Yeah, Heck, are you here?
Yeah, I think Echo's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Alright, so you guys are waiting outside the entrance to the cave of the Duchess of Rot, or the cave that leads to her basement. And as you're waiting, doing your inspections, you hear echoing around the forest and out to sea, you hear the familiar horn of Romalia just sound out in the distance, and Calvrex stands up straight and just says, "That's it. That's Romalia's horn. Good luck and be quick."
Alright, let's get this going.
Alright. I start to hunt. I start to charge in.
We're just sprinting into the cave now.
I'm charging in.
That's all
The
right.
horn's been sounded.
Cool, buddy.
Alright, you guys are over here. If you could put yourselves in whatever marching order you're currently using.
I can only see myself in
I
black.
can't
Yeah,
I can only
I
see
can only
myself.
see myself.
Great.
Just check our has lights box. Sorry, has sight.
Yep.
That's your problem.
Well, those who don't have dark vision should just be able to see themselves.
Yep, I just see myself.
Okay,
I
I
do
bet
have
you.
dark
I know what it is.
vision.
I know what it is.
I am blind.
How are we supposed to do a marching order if we can't see the other people?
Yep.
Right.
Should be able to fix it with this.
I'm guessing this is where torches come in.
Isn't there some light from outside?
That's true.
This
Are we
is.
using dynamic lighting?
Yep.
Wonderful. This is a big map.
Where is the
It
sun?
is a big map.
Alright, well, I will call first because I charged in.
Okay, hang on.
Is there anyone in particular who's like really squishy?
I mean, we're all first level characters.
Oh, hello.
So
Well, aside
I
from
figured
that,
that's outside light, so.
that seems reasonable.
I'll stay in the back.
Yeah, I'll stay in the back because I'm the heel.
I'm squishy.
Alright, so this is the entrance to Zaldera's basement. And I guess you guys can move ahead as much as you can, walking through the cave.
Does everyone but me have dark vision?
No,
I don't.
have dark vision.
4 people do not
Okay,
have dark
then
vision,
Fuck
as
that
it's
shit. We'll
darkness
we'll
ahead of
just
you.
Light a torch.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we just like attach that to the front person or someone?
I just realized
I'm
I
not
can't
carrying a
actually move
torch.
my token. Oh wait, or can I?
I'm
Yes, I
holding
can.
a double-handed weapon. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
carrying
I don't
a
know
torch.
how to attach it to my guy though.
Yeah, I haven't set up that script yet. So
I have
you just
dark
have to.
vision and a relatively high AC, so I can go first.
Uh,
Before, like, the torch light would get there.
You can just set that one of us emits light.
I
I'm
am.
obviously
Yep,
gonna stand
I know.
back as ranger.
I am charging. I'll take first because I'm charging in.
So who is carrying a torch?
I am not.
I
I
am.
am.
I just don't know how to make the torch.
You can make it that you emit light, so
Okay.
you're essentially a torch.
Rip.
Oh.
Yeah, emitting light would work. Instead of having to drag the torch separate from my character.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Cool. So I'll
And-
delete the torch then.
There you go.
Have I hit a
Oh,
wall?
beautiful.
And you guys
What's
should
that
all be
corner?
able to. You have not.
Uh-oh.
That's just so we can all catch up.
Okay.
So,
What's on?
Conrad and Donar are the ones carrying torches, correct?
Yes.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, and everybody should be able to see the torchlight that's being emitted off of them, right? You guys can see around you?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well. Boom. So you see ahead of you this large natural cavern in whatever this underground area is, and as you're walking in slowly, you just hear all around you drip, drip, drip. Somewhere this water, this hollow sound of water dripping down from the ceiling just kind of pierces the silence. You can look up around you. Wait, I have music for this. Where is it?
Can we move forward a little bit more so that we can actually get some light in there?
Well, I was gonna say I turn around and just say, "Quiet," and then I shall roll stealth.
There you go.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right. So looking around you, the air is just kind of stale. There's no movement. It's just calm. You do see, looking around inside this large natural cavern, that there's this large stone column that's natural over here. It seems to be holding up the ceiling. You see on one side of the column over here these stairs leading up to the left, and then a 5-foot high ledge. I don't know how many of you can see all the way over here, but when you get in further, you can. Is separating the cavern into a lower section and a upper section.
Rebel, can you go in so that we can push past and actually see these things?
Oh, there you go.
So we got some stairs
Yep.
over here. I'm just gonna move myself so that we can actually see
Okay.
the features you pointed out. Stairs
Trying
over
to
here.
keep out
Ledge
of the
over
light.
here. Cool.
How much time is left on my detect magic? Do I just roll a d10 and
You still have 5 minutes left.
5 minutes? Okay.
All right, so you guys just kind of all walking around the cavern.
I'm
As you
moving stealthily.
I
Yeah.
want.
go ahead. What were you gonna say, Eb?
No, I'm
Oh, Donar.
thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Just go ahead.
Anybody who goes over in this area, or the light pierces that, you see there is a second set of stairs back around the corner that lead up to a stone door carved with a skull on the front.
Stone
Yeah.
door with that. Yeah, that sounds ominous.
And then there's the upper ledge around here.
Did we want to check out the other stairs first?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Let's
And
check
then
out the
this-
other
Can
stairs.
I roll perception to see if I hear anything else?
Yeah, go ahead. Listening around, it seems to be quiet, except for the dripping of water from stalactites coming around, or dripping down from the ceiling.
Is it
You don't
coming
hear.
from a particular direction?
Looking around, you do see all sorts of stalactites, and there's a few different drips. Like, it's not just one single drip. You see quite a few wet spots on the ground, where the ground is a little slick, and stalactites in the ceiling dripping down. Ceiling's only about 20 feet high here.
I'm gonna move up these few stairs.
Okay. Going up the stairs, and you see in this upper area around here, as you walk in there, hang on, hold up right there if you could, you
Alright.
all hear a voice from the darkness that whispers out with a dry rattle, and the voice just sounds like death, and it says, "By mistake or by foolishness, you have come too far. Your soul will be used to feed my endlessness." And as you walk around the corner of the column, you see, out of the darkness, a few humanoid skeletons
Oh, cool.
moving forward, carrying weapons, wearing some sort of armor. And they seem to be moving towards you angrily.
I'm gonna head back
And-
over the stairs here.
I would like everybody to roll for initiative. As you see these skeletons walking towards you, the rest of you, listening out, now hear their bones moving, rattling, their bones creaking, twisting. If you all could hopefully click the token.
Thanks, +4 dex.
Ouchie.
Appreciate
Ooh. They all rolled pretty well. Look at that.
I forgot to roll that in a way that would add it to turn order.
Okay, you can roll again.
Oh wait, mine didn't add it to turn order either.
Remind me of the
Click your token.
way to do it properly.
Click
Yeah,
your
I did.
token first, and then hit
My
initiative.
token is clicked, which is why I'm confused.
Yeah, you're on there, Conrad.
No, I am now.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
I
You went
just
the first
did it.
time. I see.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
do it
yeah.
the first time.
How did theirs show up differently?
Because I did them as a group.
I clicked the NPC button up in the top
Yeah, I
left.
did too.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So but yeah, Conrad, the first time you did it, you clicked the NPC button and you had your
Yep.
token clicked, but it didn't show up.
Yep.
That's weird. Okay, so everybody sees themselves in the initiative order somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give Conrad immediately. You see these guys coming towards you. What would you just get a quick reaction? What would you be doing as you see them coming towards you?
Probably back towards the stairs because I don't want to be ganged up by 3 skeletons.
Okay. So as they start moving towards you, I'll say you can get like on the stairs where only one would be able to get to you at a time. You
Okay.
see one of them moving forward. Hey, it's this one. I forgot. I can see. And he just kind of comes right up to you and just kind of his voice, or not his voice, his jaws open up and there's just like this rasp come out and he's like as he swings down his short sword at you. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Does not, and you just easily dodge back out of the way, probably ducking down on the stairs as he swings above you.
Mm-hmm.
Nuzak, hearing these rattle of bones come around, sounds like they're coming up from above this ledge. This ledge over here, it's only about 5 feet high, so you might be able to climb up there if you would like. But
what would it take to climb up there?
Athletics check or taking some of your movement. Like it wouldn't
How
be that
much is
difficult.
my movement?
It's just
Could I do
moving.
acrobatics and keep all my movement?
What do you do to use acrobatics? How would you do that? Like, I want you to describe what your character does to do that.
He would run up, leap. You know, he's 7 foot tall, so he put his hands up and kind of fling himself up onto the
You're just trying to cut him.
ledge.
Like a vault.
Sure, go ahead and give me an
Kind of a
acrobatics check. Right. So as you kind of run, wow, that's a bummer, and kind of pick your hands up or plant your hands on the ledge and lift yourself up or vault over it, you do kind of roll down. It slows you down a little bit.
Okay.
I'd say you could still kind of get to right here and just use the
Okay.
rest of your movement to stand back up if you'd like.
Yes, and then I will use my bonus action to rage.
You are raging.
And I will take my great axe and slam it into the back of the guy right here.
Go ahead and do that.
Let's do that.
That is a hit.
Okay.
You make contact.
That was a weird... Okay, well that...
14 damage.
I don't know what that extra 2 is.
That's from rage.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
whatever.
should say rage there. So 14 points of damage, and you're using a great axe. Your axe just swings through the air and just slices the sky. Right, this skeleton. The bones just kind of spread and clatter to the ground as it falls inert. That one is dead,
All right.
and that is it for you.
Oh.
Other skeleton is dead. Vixen, you are now up. No.
Okay.
Vixen and Rael, you guys are going simultaneously.
Is Hex a bonus action?
Sure is.
Okay, I'm gonna Hex this one.
Okay.
Do I have to click on it? Oh no, okay. And then now I'm gonna Elder Blast him.
All right, Gordon, roll your attack. He's on the top of the stairs, so I'm just gonna give him. Okay. Go ahead and uncheck the bless button. So that's a 15.
Oh.
I was just gonna give him half cover from the stairs, but that's still gonna be a hit. As your blast slams into him and deals 7 points of damage, he kind of reels back a little bit and then just turns back and snarls down at you guys. Are you doing anything else?
No. Can I check to see if I unclicked it correctly?
If you unclicked bless, there's a checkbox.
Yeah.
You should
Okay.
just be able to uncheck or check the box. Right?
I did.
All right. You,
Are
when
we-
you can hit the end of turn button
Oh, that's fine.
to end it.
Question real quick.
Yeah.
If we choose not to do actions in future fights, can we save an action for later in the round?
You can hold your action
hold your
for a specific trigger that you
However,
specify,
if you
or
don't
you
use
can.
it, by the time your turn comes back around, you lose it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Rael.
How wide are these stairs? Would I be able to fit on them next to,
You'd be able to squeeze past him if you had enough movement and get like just right to the side at the top of the stairs. So you'd be able to get there if you'd like.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to move up, like, right next to him.
All right.
And longsword the skeleton.
Do it. the skeleton kind of moves to the side and sways right as your sword comes down. Your foot trips on the edge, and you can't make contact with him.
Alright, in that case, that's it.
All right. Sorve.
Alright. Okay. So, for the time being, I'm just going to move slightly closer and right to the foot of the stairs.
Okay.
And what are the rules for firing into melee?
Depending on what you use, the skeleton may have some
A
cover
spell.
against what you do. If it's an attack roll, I will give him just half cover from your attack, which is just +2 AC. But if it's
Well, I'll be casting Chill Touch.
okay, yeah. So he just have
Skeleton at the top of the stairs.
he just have +2 AC.
Okay.
Oh right.
Roll 20.
Wow.
The first one.
Look at those damage rolls. That's
Roll-
a bummer.
That's great damage.
Yeah, so the 21, you do this spectral hand just kind of reaches out and grabs at the throat of the skeleton. You can see it kind of shrink back a little bit, but then it's still alive and snarls back at whoever's at the top of the stairs, or whoever did that to it.
A second spectral hand appears next to me as I look around, but I can't see a second target descended after.
All right.
So I'll just end my turn with that.
Okay. This skeleton kind of hears the raging of this knoll, and it's going to run up to the knoll, and it's going to swing its short sword down at you. So you take 1 point of piercing damage as you resist the pain of this sword striking into you.
Kind of snarl back at him.
I'm confused.
He is raging, so he takes half damage.
Ah,
And it rounds down.
Yep.
that does it. Thank you.
And then that's all it does. Conrad.
This guy in front of me is still alive, yeah?
Yeah, he is. Well, undead, but yes. Oh boy. So your spear just stabs into his bones, kind of rattles around, and then as he's kind of falling down to the ground, your fist comes around and just smashes through these bones. You can tell your fist seems to do a whole bunch of harm to it, a lot more than you expected, as the bones just cradle
Honestly, I
down
would
to the
assume
ground.
that one hand is holding the spear and the other is holding the torch, so it's probably like a knee
Sure.
or leg or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Yeah, definitely. So your knee just kind of smashes through the bones and they shatter down, and the skeleton lays inert, not moving.
Alright, so let's move forward then.
Alright.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sure.
Alright, so I'm going to move all the way to, I don't know, up here. 25, 30. I'm going to do a little Sacred Flame here.
All right.
So DC 14.
15.
That does not. Oh, that's you.
So the
Oh, that
skeleton
saves, so.
just dodges out of the way as this flame roars up from the ground.
That's it.
All right. You can click the end of turn button.
Oh, right. My bad. For
All
some
good.
reason.
Yeah,
So it's
we're all
my turn.
learning.
Yeah, something to get used to.
It is your turn, Donar.
Let's see. Hold on. I can't see around this. Hold on. Alright. Okay, well, I guess the only thing I probably could do is probably move about to right there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'll probably just take out my longbow and try and shoot an arrow. Am I able to hit him without hitting Conrad there?
Yes. You're kind of. There's enough room. Conrad's pretty small. You can kind of fire around him. That you're that one I won't give any cover for.
Okay, well then I'll just shoot an arrow at him, see how much I can do.
Nice. Oh, that's enough. Your arrow slams into him and just kind of rattles through the bones, and then the bones fall apart, and he falls dead again on the ground. And all the skeletons seem to be dead.
Oh, there we go.
Easy enough.
What would you like to do now?
I still want to concentrate on Heck.
Sure.
There was a cliff right next to me that I'm going to try and climb now.
I would like to inspect the bodies for any kind of loot, any kind of clues as to what we should do next.
Sure. Gordon, roll
I'll take the
investigation.
stairs.
I'm gonna kind of look down this way.
Okay.
Did my detect magic ping when we got
Oh, yes.
person talking? Which I'm assuming is the
Oh,
lift.
nice.
It is. I don't think you guys are. Yeah, it actually did ping. There seems to be some kind of spell. It came from that direction, somewhere just on the wall. That I will look up the school right now, if you'd like to know the school of magic.
I'm assuming it's magic mouth.
It is.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be any. Like it seems to have been triggered.
Okay.
All right.
Can I listen?
Investigation. Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. Ooh, investigation. Nice. You get to find all the loot these guys were carrying. So you, looking at these skeletons, you can see they each had their short swords, which are very old, a little rusty, not really in good condition, and longbows that are kind of in very poor condition too. Other than that, you don't find anything on them. Nuzak, listening over there, you do hear coming from inside that cavern, the sound of dripping water is a little stronger. It's a little more rapid. Like the drops are more frequent. Almost like rain coming from that cavern in front of you. Conrad. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
How
Sorry.
intact are these skeletons? Which is the most intact?
They're pretty much, the bones are pretty much all just piled around, like fallen to the ground. They're not, it's basically piles of bones now. With weapons.
Long bones that have not been smashed to pieces.
Oh yeah, you can easily find a bone.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up about half a dozen long bones of whatever kind are available.
Sure. Alright. Conrad and Rael. Rael listening at that entrance. It's actually pretty quiet. They're just the normal sounds of dripping water coming from that direction. Conrad listening over there. It's still just the regular sounds of dripping water. Doesn't seem to be anything outside of the ordinary.
Is the way that Conrad and them are going, is that where that door was?
Yeah, over here is where the door was.
People without dark vision saw nothing.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, I was able to go over there with my torch.
No, I know, but like,
Alright.
you lost a bit of.
Do I know what that is?
Are you carrying any kind of light?
I have dark vision.
Okay. No, it just looks like a piece of the wall.
Okay. Alrighty.
Shoot, I was able to see that.
Move down into here.
This
Yeah, should we
Well,
check
go
one
to
out?
the door.
You guys hear dripping water coming in. The dripping seems to be a little stronger in this cavern. And then you see, not yet. You don't see that. Okay. Vixen,
I
what are you
kinda
doing?
Tell people like move fast. No slow.
Move fast.
Move fast. No
Why?
wait.
No flow? Does that mean I stay behind or?
No
I think
wait.
it said slow.
Oh, okay.
Move fast, no slow.
Is there anything special in here? Should we
The knoll.
check this out or?
Where are you?
Yeah, probably worth.
Oh yeah,
following the
yeah. You
knoll.
just this place. You see, it's the water's dripping a little faster down from the stalactites, like almost like a very light rain in places. Steady water drips, more than you saw in the previous cavern. And then you have a light, but you can't see that far, so
Hey, what's up?
nothing. You're good. Just a feature you have not seen yet.
Let's see.
But and you can see the ground all around this area is wet. It's possibly a little slick, so you may have to move a little slowly just so you don't slip and fall on your ass.
Alright, I'm gonna move into this cavern a little
Okay.
bit.
Really quickly, I pick up a pebble on it.
You
and then,
pick up a pebble and did you say cast light on it?
yes.
Okay. The rest of you, hang on, stop moving just for a minute. Okay. And then what do you do with it?
This direction.
Okay.
I think it's what, 10-foot radius for a pebble?
It's whatever the light
what I
radius
mean?
is.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
It's regardless of size. 20-foot radius bright light, dim light for an additional 20 feet.
20 feet, okay.
So 20 and an extra 20.
Yeah, 20. I thought it was 10.
And I throw it.
That away.
Okay.
Should I just drop torch
Hang
there?
on, why on earth are we using torches if you have light as a cantrip?
You did not ask.
I would like him. I would like you to just throw some light on my spear if you would, and I'll put this torch out.
And I
That
Go
way I
over
can
and
use my spear two-handed.
touch the spear
Okay. So
and tell Conrad to remind me in an hour.
Wonderful.
I think with light, you can just have one instance, right?
Oh yes, it
Duration.
does. Spell ends if you
Oh,
cast
does
it
it?
again or dismiss
Yep.
it as an action.
Never mind.
So
Never mind.
never mind.
I'm not touching the spear. I'm not
Scratch that.
touching the weapon.
You're not touching Conrad's spear.
That's not what I said.
All right.
You
Well,
don't want to touch the long hard shaft.
Hey, for
Give her right there.
you do see in the northern section of the cavern over here that there's I lost my spot in my notes. That there's this opening. Hang on, as you move, something's going to happen. But you do see an opening 10 feet above the ground.
I'll come back a little.
That's
more.
big enough for a crouched human. And as you kind of look at it and start walking over towards it, something falls on you from the ceiling.
Oh.
As this weird amorphous gray ooze falls down
Oh, wonderful.
and strikes at
Ew.
you. There's a 21 hit. Oh
Do
man.
I not like get a save or okay? Yeah, 21
You
hits.
did not see because it's indistinguishable from a holy pool of water. So yeah, it swings down, it falls down on you, and one of its pods smacks into you. Damn, that's a lot of damage.
17.
Yeah.
As you immediately fall unconscious on the ground, and I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Rerolling initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There's
Yep,
that trusty 6 from last time.
that guy's
Oh, this
Oh,
makes sense.
that initiative!
Wow.
Oh,
Alright.
that's
Alright.
horrible.
I rolled 6 twice on an initiative.
This is going well.
What?
all
My
right.
turn.
So, no, it's just you're at the bottom, so
Oh.
it says that. Darnar, you're the first to react as you. Where are you? There you are. As you see this
I am
thing
way over
fall down as Conrad walks across, and then it just falls right on top of him, and he collapses to the ground. As there's to be some kind of acid bubbling against his skin. What would you like to do? And you see this ooze just kind of moving around on the ground right next to where he is. We'll put this here.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't move it onto your layer yet. There we go.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
Is this? Hold on. I can't select. Here we go. What is this? Is this like a rock?
It's
that I can climb up to?
outcropping. Yeah, sure. It's just a small little rock. You'd be able to climb on top of
Okay,
that.
Well then, I would probably want to just get onto this rock, get on top of it,
Okay.
and just see if I can do any damage to it
Sure.
with an arrow. it might just suck it up, but we'll see.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Where is it? There it is. Oh, that's terrible.
All right, your arrow slams right into it. It does kind of react to it and coil back from it. It definitely hurt and hit the ooze. But the arrow you see immediately just dissolves and burns away in the acid. But you hit it.
No one touched that. Where is the intern?
It's the EOT button, pink button
Pink button.
on the main in the chat.
Right under your
chat.
picture.
In the chat. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go. Rael, you kind of heard a soft scream or a muffled pain as Conrad went down.
Where is
Did any of them like yell back to me like what happened?
You did see
tell him.
Rael run up and leap on this rock and fire an arrow. Donar, you said Rael, you saw Donar run up and fire a rock from on top of
I
that.
basically yell out what I saw, essentially.
Sure.
I just don't know if he could hear it.
Basically,
You
I
could hear
just hear a loud "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm gonna move there, and I've got no other move. Actually, what's the range? 30. I'm gonna huck a javelin at it.
Okay. Your javelin slams into that creature, and you see the tip of it kind of burn, and the acid bubbles against it as, again, the creature rears back as, again, you hit it, and it's kind of bubbling all around, moving around, kind of panicking, as it doesn't seem to be doing very well. But it's definitely being hurt.
It is reacting to the damage, though.
Yep, it's definitely hurting it. But
In that case,
the
I am all
javelin
set.
kind of has been damaged from the acid. Nuzak.
After seeing those two chuck stuff and that kind of bubble and take their weapons, I am going to throw a javelin as well.
Do it. Oh yeah. And that's enough. Your javelin slams into it, and it kind of bubbles up, and you hear this weird bubbling scream, like it's like it's in deep pain. And then the ooze kind of grows still and settles down and seems to be not moving anymore,
Alright.
as it seems to be dead. What is everybody doing immediately after the battle?
I yell, heal.
No, I'll do it. I'm the life cleric.
Yeah, I'm yelling for someone to heal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not healing shit, you kidding me?
So that is a 14 healing.
Nice. So you regain 14 hit points, Conrad.
Yeah, back to 10 I go.
Nice.
Okay.
And that gives me a level of exhaustion, yeah?
You didn't fail a death saving throw, so no. You are still you were down for so short a time that it didn't affect you negatively.
Returning from unconsciousness. Oh, after failing a death saving throw. Okay. Gotcha.
So
At this time, I let everyone know that I have a spell that can stabilize someone who has fallen.
they won't be awake, right? It's just
Yeah,
spare the
just
time.
They don't
It
die.
It stabilizes.
I got one more of those, just so we're clear.
Has the increased dripping gone down?
It has not. It's still
Okay.
continued. You can see these steady streams all around that you can walk around and avoid. And then you
That
do
may
see
have not
this
been the
upper
last
section that's
of
about
those
10 feet above the
creatures.
ground. Sorry, what'd you say?
We have not seen the last of these creatures.
Okay. So right now you guys see this ledge up here that's about 10 feet above, and then anybody who walked over here, you can see the light coming from the pebble is glittering off something in the cave to the south. So what would you like to do? And yeah, Sarve, you can definitely see glittering off these weird, large pink crystals. Hundreds and hundreds of pink crystals in the wall.
Can you describe what this is?
Yeah, I sure can. That is a door. You see there's a large stone door, and the door at the top of these stairs is carved in the image of a kraken. like all these tentacles are coming out, and these tentacles are wrapping around this some ship carved in the door and breaking it in half. And then there's like carvings all around of the sea in turmoil, and as if it was in the middle of a horrible storm.
So far, we have a door with a skull, the first one, right?
Yeah, there was a door with a skull in the first large cavern,
And then we got a kraken.
and then you got a kraken door. You have a cave full of pink crystals, and then a higher ledge. I will just go from the bottom. Vixen, what are you doing?
We're gonna walk up the stairs.
Or you guys can decide as a group what to do,
Yeah.
or go off and do whatever.
Because our thing was to find the book, right?
Yeah, we gotta get in the basement first. Could be the skull door, but that could also be
The
like,
skull door.
yeah.
Can I roll
Does
perception to see if there's anything weird about those crystals?
did anybody
Sure.
recognize what that fucking gray orb goo thing was?
Is there?
I guess I don't
What
think
kind of
anyone needs
monster
to check
it
for
was?
I highly doubt you guys had ever run into something like that. It was some weird ooze.
What is my
Did anyone
detect-
check for loot on it? I know it's a fucking.
No touch.
You know that
Acid
when you
monster.
shot it, it dissolved
No touch.
the arrow. Right?
You can still see there's a shaft of a javelin just kind of laying on the ooze, but the entire metal hilt point or spear point has dissolved away, and there's no sign of the arrow that was shot from Donar's bow. All right, Sarve, your perception looking around these crystals, they just seem very bright. They're embedded in the wall. You could probably take one off or break one off the wall if you wanted. You're getting towards the end of your detect magic, but as you're kind of still concentrating on it, walking in here, there's definitely a magical nature about these gems. They seem to be, there's some kind of conjuration magic used
I
by
will
these gems.
relay that. Anything on the door?
Oh yeah, the door is definitely magical too. That also gives you an aura of conjuration magic coming from the door.
Alright, so we got magic and more magic.
So what would you like to do?
Whichever way we go.
Is this the dead end, this crystal room?
There seems to be another opening over here in the crystal room.
Did you say was there any symbols on that door?
There's the carving of the kraken ripping the ship in half. That's all you can see from where you
Is
are.
this the door?
That is the door.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I, like, shape water onto the door? See how that works out?
Yeah. So what is it that you just kind of like throw water at it? Is that what it does?
I can, like, move the water, like, think water.
The water
bending.
is just carvings. Like there's not actual water. It's just like a carving of a kraken on the door, ripping a ship in half, and carvings of water. It's like a mural that's been carved into the door.
No, I know, but I'll splash water, actual water.
All right.
Onto the door.
As you do that, nothing seems to happen.
Cool.
Is there anything like over here that I can hear or like detect that something would be off?
Make a perception check. Because there's just this thick iron door in front of you. You can't see around it, but who knows if you can hear something.
I did mention the conjuration.
Yes.
To that.
Yeah, you do know that the door, there's some kind of conjuration magic on the door. Listening around, you don't hear anything.
It's just a stone door and I can't hear through it.
Correct.
Hmm.
Sarve, what are you doing in that room?
I am just examining the crystals.
Okay.
I towards the entrance of the crystal cave and speak to the others who are there and say something will happen if we break off one of these crystals. Ever lead us on. Give us a clue towards our destination.
I maybe heard half of that.
It'll either give us a clue or lead us to our destination.
Okay.
Breaking off a crystal? How will breaking off a crystal give us a clue or lead us to our destination?
They have conjuration magic on them.
You think it's a key for the door? Sort of. Ish.
Or perhaps simply it's a trap.
I definitely agree that more likely it's a trap.
Breaking off
Says
the
the man who
crystal,
just had a
or
giant acid.
Yeah, it says the man who just got knocked out by fucking like dropping acid.
This is
Giant ball of acid.
Rather than walk into traps, I think it might be best if we prepare the battlefield and then sprung the trap ourselves when we're prepared.
How big are
That would
these
require
crystals?
knowing
Are like
what the trap does.
they're
Magic.
they're pretty large.
Probably conjures something.
I'd say they're like bigger than any gyms you've seen around. Easily fist-sized. Some even bigger than that, sticking out of the walls. They're probably bigger than that. Some of them are even basketball-sized crystals.
so rupees and Zelda size.
Sure.
And there's no like not like attached one. Is there any like laying around, not in the ground?
There are no crystals laying on the ground. There are only crystals that are attached to the walls and the floor and the ceiling.
on this stone, I might have missed it, but on this stone door, are there any like cracks or little like not handles, but like little holes that kind of look like lock picks or something, or locks?
You do see there is a handle on the door, kind of like towards the bottom, or the handle's actually right in the middle of the door, directly under where the crack and carving with the tentacles is.
Otherwise, there's no like cracks.
So the handle's on the bottom of the door, or just on the?
It's like
lower
in the
half?
middle. There's a little handle that you feel like you could pull out, and then something would happen, just from looking at it.
Are we overthinking this?
We might be, but
Did we try
never.
to
It's never too.
Yeah, I know.
be too
There's
careful.
magic on the door, so opening it's going to set
Does
something
anyone
off.
have dispel magic?
Yeah, but
At level 1, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember what spell it is.
It's level 3.
I'm a monk,
3.
man. I don't know this shit.
I don't know.
I have caltrops, which are good for dispelling.
People.
Dispelling movement.
You really could just go to the door with the skull.
yeah, let's see
Or
let's
something.
see if I get magic off the skull door. Probably, but
Okay, so your detect magic has worn off at this point as you're standing around here talking, so you'd have to cast it
I'll
again.
start again. Yeah, I'll start
Okay,
again.
so you can start casting that. It's going to take 10 minutes. What are the rest of you guys doing while he's doing that?
I'm just thinking to myself, essentially, trying to figure
Just
out what we can
Waiting
do.
by the door. Or-
Yeah.
So I mean, we have at
I'm
least 3
examining
things we
the
can
door.
do, right? First off, well, 4 things we can do, right? We have this door. We have the person-sized hole in the wall. We have the tunnel at the end of the crystal room, and then we have the skull door. So do we want to be concentrating all of our efforts here, or should we try one of the other places?
I'd be down to check the other ones. Not the doors.
I mean, was there anything? The skull door was the one that we first came across, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything that we saw that was special with that door other than the skull?
You haven't really got a close look at it.
Yeah, right after finding the skull door is when the skeletons got triggered, so.
I mean, if there's
Also-
magic on this door, this seems like something that would probably be very protective.
There's definitely traps about.
So far, we've seen undead minions, magic, and in the ceiling.
I need to think the longer we take in here, the longer the
Agreed.
people outside are getting hurt.
Question,
We need to
Rob.
make a choice.
This Kraken door, is it push or pull?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. You see a handle on your side of the door that you could pull. Other than that, there's not really any signs of hinges or anything else on this side of the door. You can see
Is there
cracks.
a seam somewhere in
Yeah.
the door?
Yeah, there's seams on the edge that you can see, like just all around the edge of
Okay,
the square
so
door.
it's
To make
like it's
clear, to
a
make clear
big
that it's a
one-piece
door.
door.
You're pretty sure this is a door.
One thing we could do is, how big is the handle? Like, is it one of the big, like, jailer's locks where it's attached at one point and it's a big circle ring or something like that?
It's like it's trying to think how to describe it. It's like a T, and then like the handlebar. There's like a handlebar and then a rod sticking back into the door coming from the handlebar. The handlebar is horizontal to the door, and then there's a perpendicular bar sticking back into the door. If that's a good
Like
explanation.
handlebars on a bicycle?
Yeah.
We could try, putting a rope on the handle and pulling it from range, so we're not standing right next to it when we try to open it.
That seems reasonable.
Plan. I have rope for it.
Oh boy, do you have rope for it.
Before now, there are many coils of rope attached to my backpack.
So is that what we want?
Perhaps we could also lay down some caltrops or another trap of our own between us and the door.
I mean, they're not gonna stop magic.
No, but if there's a bunch of beasts behind the door that come rushing out at us.
Or that get summoned by the conjuration magic.
We have a nice chokehold here, I feel.
Yeah,
Serve a
this
reason.
area right here is a really good choke point.
Mhm.
So if maybe we tie the rope to the door and have the Noel pull the rope from like right here.
Pull
So
it
that way
around
he's-
the corner.
Yeah, so he's not in the direct line of the door. Just in case it's like blast magic or some shit.
I mean, how long would this rope need to be?
I mean, we have 50 feet, like,
Okay,
Stand-
then that's easy.
I am carrying 300 feet of rope.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
right? So, like, 20 and then another 30 this way. Right? Like, we got plenty of rope, okay? If we use 10
off,
feet to tie it off, which isn't gonna happen, we still have plenty of rope.
I
The
take
handle
off
is just
a
a ball of
50-foot
rope.
coil of rope and hold it out, saying,
What did you say?
We're talking
"Who
about
wishes to
tying
set
a
it
rope.
up?"
Yeah, he just cut out for me, so I didn't hear what he said. What like his
He
character
wants
said.
to know who wants to tie the rope.
Does anyone have
I'm offering
mage hand?
someone the gift of rope.
Fine, I'll go tie the rope. What kind of roll am I making?
You're the one who always does this stuff to go
I
forward.
guess, yeah.
Well,
First I get acid dropped on me, and now I get tie the rope.
yeah, that might not be the only thing that happens.
Who was the one that question? Who was the one that examined the crystals?
Volreve.
What's your fucking Sarve? Yeah, he examined them, and then Ebb told you that there's some kind of conjuration magic coming from them.
Okay. Is it possible? Well, I guess I would ask them to. Is it possible that upon opening this door, that these crystals could turn into?
I sure hope not, because that'd be
anything?
an awful lot of things.
Do we want to try and keep an eye on it?
I was thinking of doing that. I was going to stand just around the corner from the door room at the entrance.
There we go.
Okay,
Up next to the door and see if I
so
die.
Conrad's going to tie the knot. Just
don't
so you
sound
know,
thrilled about this.
I'm going to tell you this.
Mhm.
You will not be able to tie the rope without touching the door. So, if you're okay
the
with
door
that,
or the handle?
Can
The
he
handle.
pre-tie a slip knot and
Yeah.
throw it at the
Yes.
handle?
Sure.
So
I
that way
like your
he's
thinking,
not
Rebel.
directly touching the door?
I
Yeah.
like your thinking,
lassoing
Rebel.
it.
I like that. So here's what I'm gonna need. Who's tying the slip knot?
I guess me.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make an intelligence sleight of hand roll, or
Oh,
just
boy.
intelligence if you do not have sleight of hand.
I don't have sleight of hand.
So-
I have. What's it have to be intelligence?
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, and then where are you gonna be? Are you like going up to it and kind of slipping it over and making sure not to touch it, or are you kind of throwing it from a little further back?
I'll try throwing it from a little further back.
Okay, just give me a dexterity check for that.
I will guidance him.
Sure. You can add a d4 to it if you'd like.
Why am I rolling?
Okay, I'll just roll a d4.
It's outputting as a spell card instead of an attack or whatever. Okay, so an 18. Yeah, so you pretty easily throw the rope and it kind of loops over the handle, and you kind of finagle it a little bit, and you kind of pull a little bit without pulling the actual handle, and it seems to be on there pretty well.
Alright, so we're backing up. Now, Zach, you want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Mr. Big Burly Man?
I pull.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check for me. You can make an athletics if you'd like.
Actually, do we need to only have one person pull, or is there any reason to not have multiple people pull to, like, well, never mind, I guess.
I mean, if someone
Should
wants to
make
help,
sure that
he would have
Everyone
advantage.
is somewhere useful,
Yeah, I don't see any reason to not help.
Okay, so
and perhaps out of direct
who
line of sight of
who
them.
can see the door when he's pulling?
Uh,
Just Eb?
my line of sight is like very, very slim to the door back here.
Okay, is anybody actually watching the door when he pulls to see what happens?
I will.
Isn't
Okay. And Rael. And
Yep.
Nuzak, you're just a little bit around the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull on the handle. You see the handle kind of moves up a little bit as if it's like swinging out. And you can see underneath the handle there is a small little hole that could be used for a key. But you pull the handle and pull against the door, but it holds fast, does not move. Would it? No, that's okay. I'm gonna do it. And you see as the rope pulls the handle and the handle lifts up, the tentacles on the door kind of shoot out and wrap all around the rope, trying to grab at it, and then realizing or not grabbing onto anything, they kind of retract back into the door and go back to how they were.
good thing.
Rael and Vixen, you both saw that.
Okay,
Nothing
so
seemed
Anti-monster is attached to the door.
Cool.
Nothing
Cool.
seemed to happen to the crystals when you pulled the handle.
Like me some hentai doors.
Hit door.
Are you hitting the door?
Hit door.
I
Okay.
would hate to see what
Hit
happens with
Okay.
that wall door.
Hold on. I am preparing to cast a chill touch the instant I see any out of that door.
I prepare my longbow and ready an arrow just in case any tentacles try and grab.
All
Also,
right.
real quick, did they happen to like recognize how long the tentacles reached out whenever that happened?
Yeah, they were a few feet out of the. It seemed like they would just grab whoever was right in front of the door.
So it only reached out to like right here.
Sure.
Okay.
Like anybody who could reach the door, the tentacles could reach you.
Should be
I,
a rope around Nuzak.
Nuzak, do you allow it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this the same rope or an
It's the
additional
thought
rope?
keyhole. Why are we trying this again?
I think
Well,
he's going to smash the door.
open. Well, yeah, but in case he gets like pulled into or
It's made of
whatever.
stone, right?
Seems like it.
Why are we
I
trying
hit-
to smash
I
a
hit
stone
tentacle.
door?
I hit arm.
Okay, so
Hit arm.
if you're going to attack it, I need you to go ahead and make an attack roll.
Alright. I charge up the steps and I swing my great axe at the.
Ooh, Yeah, so you kind of trip as you're going up the stairs, and your great axe just kind of hits against the door, but doesn't seem to do any damage to it. And as you do that, the tentacles shoot out and attempt to wrap around you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
So while that happens,
As a few
we can't
tentacles.
shoot?
It will happen right now. As the tentacles wrap around you and hold you in place, you are currently restrained by the tentacles. And those of you who are holding actions, you can go ahead and take those. Make your attacks against the door or whatever you're attacking. Are you attacking the door or a tentacle?
Tentacles.
Okay.
That shit.
Man.
I'm attacking both, one each.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my gosh, guys, please.
This is the
Oh, there
door.
you go.
Okay.
Do I have time to ready another arrow and shoot?
That will be after we roll initiative because,
Okay.
well, I mean, it's a door, but
Are we fighting
stuff.
a door?
Well, the thing is, stuff happens quickly, so it's just a little bit easier if we do it in order. So you're not
it a
entirely
mimic
fighting
door?
a door, but Nuzak is restrained by the door, and stuff is going to happen to him if he stays restrained by the door. So, what do we have? So your first chill touch against tentacle just kind of moves right past and hits the hand reaches out and touches the wall. The other one tries to touch the door and doesn't seem to do anything to the door at all. And yeah, we can all roll initiative at this point.
I have an NPC initiative button.
If you click their token, you might have one.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Jeez.
I'm gonna be that guy that never rolls above a 10. For initiative.
I've rolled 17 every single initiative so far.
I've rolled 6,
I rolled 8 twice in a row.
I've rolled 6, 6, 1.
All right, Conrad, you're the first to react as this is happening, and you see them fire their arrows. What would you like to do? And their chill touches. And you see
These tentacles look like tentacly, or do they look like stone tentacles?
They look like they're this weird dark magic, like almost shadowy. You could definitely they're definitely touching Nuzak, and he can feel them against them, and they seem to have some kind of substance. They do not look like a stone door, though. They seem much softer than that.
Okay, I guess I'll... Shit, man, I don't know. I'm not prepared for this.
You didn't prepare to fight a door? What?
Yeah, I'm not prepared to fight a door. It's crazy, right? Who'd have thunk?
Just pretend you're fighting a gazebo.
I mean, should I throw a dart at it? Like, what am I gonna do to a fucking door? There is nothing
I mean,
for me to do to this door, boys.
You feel like if you did enough damage to the door, it would probably be destroyed.
Do I feel like if I were to walk up and melee attack the door, that I would also be grappled by the door?
That is a possibility.
Alright, I'm throwing a dart at it.
And you're throwing it at the door,
Jesus Christ.
right?
The
Okay.
door, a tentacle? I guess a tentacle. I'll throw it
Okay,
at a
yeah. So you throw it, and it lodges into one of the tentacles, and like the tentacles all kind of react and kind of writhe in pain. A couple of them, the ones that are wrapped around Nuzak, kind of squeeze a little tighter, and it seemed to do some kind of damage to the door. It definitely seemed to hurt it, or to it. You see some of the stones. The stone part of the door cracks just a little bit.
Cool. So I guess I'll move back out of the way now. That's all I got.
All right. Donar.
Can I attack with both my daggers in one action?
You currently have your bow out, right? So you could drop your bow, and then I'd let you do it. You want to be able to put your bow away and do it, because you're using your action for one and then bonus action for the other dagger.
Okay.
I'll let you draw both of them though, if you just drop your bow on the ground.
I'll go ahead and just drop it.
Okay.
Pull out my daggers.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up next to Nuzak. And I'm going to take one stab with one dagger. Stop it! It is.
Everything
Just
is.
See what happens. One dagger at the tentacles. Just see what happens.
Okay.
Can't click. What?
Oh,
Come on.
that one, they're writhing too much. You can't seem to find any purchase.
Then I'll just take another stab at the tentacles instead. I was
Okay.
gonna try and do one and one, but
That's better.
That's-
This one you
that's
are able to slice through and definitely cause some damage to tentacles as more of them writhe. And a few of them kind of snake out and try to grab onto you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I'm confused
If
at
I
how
can-
everyone is getting 2 attacks.
That's a normal attack and a bonus action. That's all it is. His 2-weapon fighting. So that one only did 4 damage because the dex isn't added. But yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's the
My
the
double
2-weapon
attack
fighting.
is a class ability.
Yeah. His is if there's he can explain it if you'd like. So the tentacles reach out and try to grab onto you. You're able to just dodge out of the way, and you're not restrained by them. Cool. Nuzak. Oops, I didn't mean to do
All
that.
right. Do I?
When your turn starts, you feel this necrotic energy burning into you. You take 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
Is it? Would it be strength to get out?
Yeah.
All right. Then I am going to rage.
Okay. Go, you're raging.
And is it a strength save?
It's going to be a strength check. You can make an athletics check.
Athletics or strength?
Athletics.
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, it's not worse than strength. All right.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, so you easily break out of the hole of these tentacles, and they kind of writhe back and retreat back into the door. You can still see there's some cracks on the door. It's still taking some damage.
Am I still raging?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna smack it with my great axe.
Sure. Yeah. I'll say. Yeah. I'm just gonna let you break out his movement. Otherwise, that's a bummer.
Oh, I didn't need advantage on that
Here,
one.
back.
So did you? You shouldn't have advantage, right? It's just
No,
an 8, right? Okay.
I shouldn't get advantage on that. Just in.
Cool. So yeah, your again, your axe swings out, and you slip, and the pain from the necrotic messes you up, and you are not able to cause any damage to this door. I would say the door dodges, but no, it doesn't. Are you staying where you are?
Yes.
I'm back.
Okay. Are you doing anything else? I think that's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right. Rael. All adventure.
Well, he's free, and those 2 are both up at the top of the stairs. So
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna chill for now and ready for another attack.
Okay. Sarve.
Quick rules clarification. Oh, first, are there multiple tentacles?
Yeah, there are actually quite a
open?
few, kind of all writhing in and out of the door and sticking out. Like, they'll retract back in and then shoot back out. There's not a set number at any one time. They're kind of all going in and out of the door.
Oh, okay.
And
Same creature, for rules purposes, I guess.
yeah, right now, it's all the same creature. I guess, yeah, it's just the same creature
It's
right
not
now.
the same creature as the door.
It's not even a creature. It's really just a magical effect. But yeah, you can try to deal damage to the door, or try to deal damage to tentacles if you'd like.
Okay.
You can choose to deal damage to one or the other, but it's like the same entity. It's just different parts of the same entity.
To know if the ability I just posted. in
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah. They're not creatures, so I'm just saying you can attack one, since it's not a creature. So you could use your chill touch or whatever you'd like on the door or on part of the tentacles, but it's all the same entity.
All right. Well, just going to. Where?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up again. What'd you say you were doing? Okay.
Attack at the door.
Nice. Yeah, so your necrotic hand reaches out and you see a little bit more of the stone crack, and the door is
Punches the door in the face.
definitely the door is still taking damage from these attacks that you guys are doing. It's definitely starting to weaken. You're definitely having an effect on it. Are you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna stand at the foot of the stairs
All right.
and call out. to retreat, I can hold the line.
Vixen, or if
Do you
you're
want
done.
us to run away from a door?
I'm directing it at the people who are at the door. And I say, in case there's anything more than the door.
All right.
Or
So-
do you want to run away from a door?
All right. If you're done, you can click the button, and Vixen, you're up.
But I still be concentrating on heck.
Yep. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're not gonna be able to hex the door.
I didn't think so. Right, so I'll just Eldritch Blast it. Can I go past these 7-foot tall people?
You
Standing
you
inside
the
the
door
door?
is big enough. You'll be able to hit it. You'll be able to hit part of it
Okay.
if your aim is good. Yeah, that's pretty good aim. So not
Wait, I
hex.
think it's...
So again,
Yeah,
would
not the hex.
it's 3 and then an extra 10 from the critical, so 13 points of damage. And as you kind of shoot your blast past it, and it hits just like right in the middle of where the kraken is, you see the tentacles all kind of writhe back, and then they all just kind of fall still, and the door shatters as the stone shatters into thousands of pieces, and you can see past the door into the area beyond. As the door seems to have been defeated.
I was
Take
gonna
that
ask.
door.
Wait, have you guys been able to see past the door this whole time? Oh, right. I guess I forgot to add in the door on dynamic lighting. Whoops. That's okay.
Well, I
Thank you for not
I kinda
moving past.
I turn to the group, smile, hit door. Good.
All right then. So yeah,
Start
what
to
would you
move
like to
forward.
do now?
I'm gonna go back and pick up my bow,
Sure.
and then just I will have my bow equipped instead of my daggers now.
Am I able to recover the dart that I threw at the door?
Roll investigate. Yeah, you find the dart. I'm not gonna worry about that.
Cool.
Oh,
I'm still
How
casting
do I
magic.
stop the current turn tracker from following me?
Yeah, he has to disable. it.
Presumably Rob does that.
I turn and say mess.
Yeah. So as you're walking along and you see ahead
Oh,
of you,
Jesus.
there's definitely a mess in there. Hang on, if you could pause right there. This, as you walk into this hall and get past the door, it smells like shit. There's this nauseating stench. You look inside this room, and you see all around just blood sprayed across the wall, coating the floor. There's bones piled high in the back corner of the room, and then it's a lot, mostly humanoid bones from what you can tell. And you see the source of what's causing these bones to be mutilated very quickly, as there's a pair of purple-skinned undead with very long claws kneeling towards the back of the room, gnawing at the arm of what looks like a recently killed halfling. The creature looks up, and you see, or one of the creatures looks up, and you see this horrid smile coat its face, and it grins at you. So, I guess I could have left that initiative. I meant to leave it so we're not just always re-rolling initiative. But that's okay. Yeah, let's roll for another initiative. As these creatures, these
What the frick?
most definitely undead creatures, look up and find a new fresh meal.
Are we supposed to not? Oh, never mind. There they are.
Yep, they were just GM layer. Ooh, good rolls from them. Look at that.
God damn it.
well, I should still have rage. Since it
Uh,
wasn't too long.
yeah, fuck it. You can still have rage. I think technically it would have gone away, but I'm not really worried about it.
Well, it lasts a minute.
Well, he did get attacked
Yeah,
by the door.
but if you don't take damage or deal or attack anything within a turn, then it would go away. But I'm gonna let you hang on to it if you'd like. So,
Yes.
you guys all see these ghouls moving towards you, and hear the noises coming in. Rael, you are Rael, what's your dexterity?
2.
+2?
Yeah.
14?
Yep.
Okay, you're the first to react. What would you like to do?
Where are they?
They are most likely in this room. That's where the stench is, excuse me, coming from. And you hear noises and gnawing on bones coming from that room, and something stand up and snarl. That's what you hear.
I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
Okay. And that.
I'll put it. There
Oh,
we go.
beautiful. Yeah, you definitely sense there are undead 60 feet of you. Yeah, you can sense them in here, especially if you move forward at all. Yeah, they're most
I'm gonna
definitely
move up
undead.
to... What's that? I'm guessing I can fit in the doorway right here.
You can get in the doorway.
I'm gonna huck a javelin.
Okay, divine sense would be your action.
Okay. In that case, I'm not hucking a javelin. And...
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ready my shield and end my turn.
Okay. Well, these ghouls run up. The door, I guess the map doesn't display it, but the door is actually pretty wide. So you guys could both fit in there, and they could... So they each run up, and they're each going to attack one of you guys. Because they like to share the love and take down as much as they can. So one attack is going on Rael, and one attack is going on... Sorry. What the fuck is your name? Sarve?
No,
I keep forgetting it.
Survey.
Sorve. There's one for each of you as their claws reach out and try to slash at you. Sorve, and the other one is Rael. Oh, Rael, that's going to hit. You take 6...
I did have my shield ready.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't really mean
20.
anything.
Do you-
mechanically speaking.
Okay.
You don't have protection fighting style, do you?
Not yet. I don't get fighting style until level 2.
Okay, yeah. So that one, it will still hit you. You do take 6 points of slashing damage as its claws sink into you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
All right, you feel the claws kind of freeze up your arm a little bit and start to freeze up the rest of the body, but you're able to shake it off and resist the effect.
Okay, so 6 damage.
6 points of damage. Sarve, what would you like to do? These are most definitely undead.
Also, a question. I rolled a 10. Should I be up higher? I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, I guess I think it was, I didn't sort it after I rolled their initiative. Yep, that's what it was.
Okay. I'm going to cast... Which, in melee, do I get... What is it? Disadvantage?
You're casting Chill Touch?
Yes.
Yes.
On both of them.
Yeah, so yeah, it would just be disadvantage, because they're ranged spell attacks. Unless you wanted to move back first.
They get an attack of opportunity on me?
Probably. And by probably, I mean yes.
To take a swipe at me?
I'm sorry?
To take a swipe at me?
If you move back, they would take a swipe at you, most definitely. I can't hear the first part of your question, but I think that's what you asked.
Would both of them is what he's asking.
Yes.
Okay. I will not. I will just cast with disadvantage.
All right, do it.
One in front of me,
Ooh.
and I assume that's a miss.
That is.
And the...
Ooh, that one also. You see the hands reach out, just conjuring right in front of you, but they just kind of shoot right past and aren't able to deal any damage to them.
I'm assuming I can't get into here at all.
I would let you try to squeeze past and then try to use your action to shove one in the back to get in, but not easily. It would not be easy. Yeah, you do see a door up here that might lead... Whoops. A door up here that might lead to the same spot.
Okay.
If you'd like to try to run that way.
Alright. I am going to That's 25. Would I be able to make it around the doorway from here? Like go into the room from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
If you'd like to. Oh, is the door? The door's closed, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like the space up here. So that'd be. Okay. And then that'd be 30, and I'm gonna use my aggressive to kind of work my way back on in. To
Right.
here.
And
And then I am going to throw a javelin.
do it.
At the,
And that's
this
the
guy.
bonus action, right? The aggressive?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That would be my bonus. So I cannot get to anyone else.
Yeah, your javelin sticks him right in the back and he squeals in pain.
Alright, and then that will end it.
All right.
Is there enough, like, how tall is the door? Is there enough room for me to just, like, try to vault over everything to get behind
It's
these goals?
10 feet high.
10 feet high?
Yeah.
So could I
So-
potentially vault that with acrobatics? Like, vault over these guys' heads?
They're both around, what, six? Well, not really. Soriel is kind of a massive, imposing figure. He's, what, 7 feet tall? You could try. I would think it would be... Yeah, fuck it, you can try.
Leap on my shoulders and then over.
Yeah, you can
Right.
try to grab a hand on each shoulder and shoot past them
Start
if you
doing a
can.
pyramid.
So yeah, go ahead and see how well it goes. Yeah, you easily shoot past them so fast that they try to swipe at you, but not quick enough. And I'll say you're just right behind them. Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Perfect. And then, can I assume that that was part of my move, or was that an
Yeah,
action?
that's fine.
Alright, so, here come the attacks. On the one in front of me.
Okay.
That was a fail.
All right, so your
Non-armed strike was.
spear stabbing into him does hit him. Which one are you attacking?
The one that's between me and CD.
All right. Yeah, so your spear definitely slams into him and hurts him. But as your fist comes around, he ducks out of the way, or whatever you use. He ducks out of the way of your second strike.
Alright.
Is that it?
That should be it. That's a move, an action, and a bonus action.
Awesome. Donar?
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot to hit the end of turn button.
Do I see both of them or any of them
Yes.
in this doorway?
Yep.
I have a clear line of sight.
Yep. You most definitely see
what
both.
if I move here? I still have a good line of sight?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and take a shot at this one. If I can not hit any party members.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Please.
Aww. Your arrow just flies right through everybody and then clatters into the wall inside the room. You may have been distracted by the stench or whatever, but you do not seem to hit anything.
Okay, well, I am just gonna, like, end my turn again.
All right.
I can't do shit.
I'm gonna move up here. And I'm gonna hex this one.
Okay, it is hexed.
Hold on. Don't turn that in. And I'm gonna Elder's Blast.
That's enough. Your Eldritch Blast smashes into it, and you see it kind of recoil from the pain.
Woohoo! And that's my turn.
All right.
Am I done casting Detect Magic? Not that I'll still do it, but I'm wondering.
Yeah, we'll say if you wanted to have taken that 10 minutes to cast it, then you could have finished it.
Wonderful. Alright.
But then that would just be an extra 10 minutes that you were doing it.
That's fine. Sacred Flame. 4 damage if he fails it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was that the top one or the bottom one?
The same one we've been focusing on.
Awesome. Yeah, you see it kind of burns up and it's looking in, it's heavily pained right now. As these
That's a
radiant
10,
flames wrap around it. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Rael?
Thank God.
No, I'm sorry. It goes first. That's an attack. No. Go ahead.
The one in front of me.
All right. Yeah, your longsword slashes through it. Man, another one. And you see this weird dark purplish blood drip out of it as it's pained by your attack. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, this one is going to attack. The monk was what just hurt it, so it's going to swing around and hit you. Its claw swings out,
Yep.
and then the other one's going to attack.
Right.
Con save, yes. Oh, nice. Same thing. You feel this kind of numbing pain shoot up your arm, but you're able to resist it. The other one's going to attack Rael, because Rael just attacked it. It's a 14 hit.
Nope.
But you're able, you pull up your shield just in time and block its claw away.
Alright, so I'm going to take the exact same action as last time.
Do it.
Chill touch. First on the one in front of me, so disadvantage.
Again, that one misses.
And then on the other one.
Oh boy.
Oh, oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, both your hands, these chill necrotic hands just shoot out and can't seem to find any
just-
purchase.
both
Ugh.
hands just meet in the middle and have a quick little handshake and then disappear.
High five.
I just focus on keeping my shield between me and the other guy.
Okay. Nuzak. I think you're muted.
It looks like he is, yeah.
Yep, I was. I am taking my great axe and slamming it into the back, I'm assuming, of the one between Rael and me.
Do it. Oof. Your axe, as he kind of hears you coming, he looks back at you and just ducks down under the swing of your axe.
Okay. That'll end my turn.
All right.
Alright. I'm gonna chug the healing potion that I was given for my bonus action.
Nice.
How much
Two-
does that heal?
2d4 plus 2.
Let's roll 2d4 plus 2. Oh, not WD4.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, it puts me up to 8. 8 of 10. Like, it's not terrible. And then, Spirit.
Nice.
Same one.
So your spear just runs right through it, and it gives this loud squeal of pain and falls dead.
Cool. That's my turn. So let me actually click the end of turn button this time.
Aight. Donar, and you still see that one kind of crouched in the doorway.
I think technically it should fall re-dead.
Yes, sure. Re-dead.
Yeah.
Undead.
I'll just take a pot shot with an arrow.
All right.
Hopefully,
I'll go pee real quick.
All right.
I don't think much.
Hey!
Nice.
Something.
Your arrow sticks right in the neck, and it squeals in pain.
Still not dead.
It is not dead.
Fucking hell.
Alright, I'm gonna change my hex over to the other one that's still alive.
It is hex.
And I'll go blast it.
Yeah, your blast smashes into it. It reels back a little bit. It's on its last leg, but it's still alive.
With 5 points.
I will do the same thing.
Oh, it's dodges out of the way of this flame.
God!
Oh no.
That's fine.
Darn!
Oh yeah, right. Click the button.
All right.
You know what's coming.
Do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Swinging away.
Yeah.
Your longsword swings down, and it dodges to the side right after it dodges out of the way of the flame. Who would it attack? There was an arrow that the blast smashed it. It would just continue attacking you, Rael, because
Of course.
you it doesn't like you. But this time it's just gonna snap out at you with its jaws. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yep.
So, oh no, this is gonna be bad.
He's gotta be unconscious.
That's dead.
Yeah, that's insta die. Right?
12, 18, 20 points. Oh my gosh. That's 21 points of damage, right?
Yeah, that's 21 points of damage. I'm at 6 HP now, and my max is 12.
Is that an insta kill?
That is an insta kill. As the jaws reach out and just latch onto Rael's throat and rip his throat out. And he falls to the ground, not moving.
Holy fuck.
Well, Rabble, hope you prep the backup character.
Prep? No. But all my backup characters are just going to be instant rolled everything.
There you go. That's what
Do
I'm talking about.
you have any dying words?
No. My throat's been ripped out.
The throat gets ripped out. You hear this gurgle as the half elf falls to the ground, not moving.
God damn.
Fuck.
Well, I can delete that from my notes.
Well, that was a poorly timed natural 20. Sarve, as you see this guy's throat just get ripped out. See, if I had done it with the claws, it would not have killed you.
So, question.
Damn it.
How is that an insta kill? I'm trying to understand.
The rule is basically if it does so much damage that I think is it half of your max HP again? Like
No, if you go
your max HP
full
plus
negative.
half, or is it the whole amount?
If you go into your negative of your maximum actual health, you are dead. So
Yeah.
if you have 10 health and you go to negative 10, you're dead.
If I was at full health when that attack hit, I wouldn't have insta-died. But because I only had 6 HP left, it was able to put me at negative max HP.
Shit.
Yeah. Natural 20s are nasty.
Damn.
Alright.
Well, was it the actual natural 20 or the actual damage?
Well, it was the damage from the natural 20, but it wouldn't have been that much damage. Like, if it was just a normal hit, he would have taken 9 damage, and he would have been unconscious.
Oh, but
But the
then
natural 20
goes
added
to
on
piercing.
the extra
Added on the
damage.
max damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Damn.
I am casting Toll of the Dead. What?
Would that even work on an insta-kill, though?
No,
It's a damage
Oh.
intent.
I am attacking the remaining creature. What?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Remember
Thank
that
you.
correctly?
I
Or
was
is it
going
wisdom?
to.
Is it wisdom or is it
Sorry,
con?
it's wisdom.
Yeah.
It. Give me what?
Wow.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow.
Oh, doesn't matter. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Welp.
That worked? Okay, yeah.
Yep, that worked.
Oh.
It doesn't even
Okay.
hear. It's just like ripping out the throat
Thank
and
you,
still
kill us
feasting
all.
on Rael. It's still on its last legs.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oops.
going to
Sorry.
shift around to being in between and the other members of the party
All right.
and end my turn.
Nuzak,
Alright.
you see this thing eating Rael.
I'm still just gonna try and put my great axe into its back.
Do it. How do you want to kill this thing?
You know where it's got its mouth on Rail's throat?
Uh-huh.
I just want to bring the great axe down through the top of its head, through Rail's throat.
That happens. You just bring it all the way above your head. It swings down, scraping across the ceiling as it goes, and just embeds itself into the ground after passing through the head of the ghoul and the neck of the ghoul and Rael
There
as
we go.
it's had its last meal. Welp.
Fuck.
Oh.
Apologies, Rabble.
Ebb will try to
It happens.
stabilize, but it won't do shit.
Yeah, as you kind of go down, look over his body, and you see the throat has just been ripped out, and there's no pulse and no life left in him.
Is there anything on these ghoul bodies that we can inspect?
you are free to make an investigation check and look around if you'd like, and you can look around the rest of the room if you'd like.
Where was that recently killed halfling?
It's over in the corner, like over here.
I just don't
Decent.
see your thing. Okay. I'm gonna walk over to that and try to determine if it's Calbrex or some random other halfling.
Yeah, you can see immediately it's not Calbrex. It's probably been dead about a day or so,
Okay.
but it was recently became a feast. Donar, you're just investigating the ghouls? The undead?
Might as well
Yeah,
investigate
yes.
the pile of bones over here.
Also, well, no, I wouldn't do that. Never mind. Just investigate the ghouls.
Okay. Looking around at them, doesn't seem to be anything. They're not really wearing any clothes, just like scraps of cloth around them, and they don't happen to have any weapons. There's a few pieces of clothing like spread about the room, just kind of tossed about. Did someone say they were investigating the room?
I would like to investigate this room if possible.
I'm going back to what I saw back here when I ran through it.
Yeah, you were a little
Yeah.
ragey, so you didn't even look at it. So who?
Yeah,
We'll
I'd,
get
I'd like to investigate this. if
Sure.
possible. Make another.
Those of you looking in the room, here's what you see. Just as soon as you walk in the room, this kind of copper taste fills your mouth, just as if you're tasting a penny, but it's just like in the air. And the room, Newzak didn't notice it because he always sees red, but it's filled with red mist. And then you see in the center of this room, right here, a blood-soaked statue that's got this. It's some kind of horned and winged demon. And vomiting out of its mouth is a fountain of blood that gathers in this bubbling pool around its feet.
I'm a terrible person, but I will loot our dead comrade.
Sure.
At least the healing potion,
Yep.
because we need it. And I'm
Yep.
gonna
I
give
would
it
work-
to Conrad
work
because
fast.
he's used up his.
Sure.
That's all I really.
No, our fallen companion particularly well.
I don't think any backstory is said.
I'll just go for the potion because that's the main thing that I think we need.
Can those
We
you
should make
go ahead?
be at the supplies then.
So Conrad, write that down, right?
What all did he have?
Healing potion. Everyone got one, right? So
I don't recall if I have.
You should have. You were given one. If you missed it, you were given one by Raymiel, whatever the elf's name was, as basically a forward on your reward, Remelia. Yeah, and then you can basically find anything that he had on him, still on his body.
I think we should take everything that we can, just in case. The sheer number of remains that we're finding, I would not be surprised if we found someone who is merely planned to be sacrificed rather than already gone. Someone else who could use supplies.
Okay, those of you who are investigating the room with the fountain, if you could give me a perception check.
Oh
That's a wicked
Uh,
way.
no! No!
I'll
It run
do-
away from the 15.
I'll do it too. Ooh. Oh.
Why
okay.
you do this to me? Please? Wait.
Nope. Normal.
How
Sorry.
did Eb get a?
No, I
advantage there?
turned it off. It was on advantage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, so those of you in the room, Donar, you got 15.
No, I got 10.
My bad, I tapped out. Give me a second.
It's the same bonus. I'll let you have the 15.
Okay.
And anybody else who's just kind of looking around the fountain.
Jeez, that really makes that one.
That poor Eb, that moment when you roll lower than your passive perception.
So
both of them.
Eb got a 11.
Yeah, I got 11.
Okay, so you guys just kind of get that sense of copper in your mouth. Dornar, you're looking around, looking at the fountain. You can see down in the water or in the blood of the fountain, there's some faint light shining up through the blood.
Is that this, I'm assuming?
Yeah. This is a blood fountain, and there's a demon in the middle spewing blood out of it.
Oh, no, I
And
was
the-
talking about this little thing.
Oh, yeah,
It-
sure.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't. Yeah,
I have no idea. Whatever. We'll
Yep.
go with it.
that's you see a faint little light shining down, and if you point it out, everybody else could see it too, or shining
Okay,
up from the fountain, bottom of the fountain.
Yeah, I point it out to everyone.
I'm gonna use shape water. I'm gonna force water so we don't have to touch the blood. Like I'm gonna force the water down into the blood. I can shape it, right?
Can it do that?
I mean, the spell says it's not in the SRD.
You
but I got
change the
it.
flow of
Uh,
water as you direct, up to 5 feet.
The next bullet.
Cause water to form in simple shapes and animate in your direction.
I do
I don't know if you'd be able to create enough to shape enough water to reach down that far, just because it only goes down 5 feet, and if you do that, you'd realize it's a little further down than that.
Well, I'll cover someone's arm with water, like a sheath
Okay.
of
I mean,
water.
he did just say that it's further than 5 feet down, so sticking our arms in isn't going to
Oh.
do anything.
Right. Never mind then.
Alright, who wants to go
Alright.
diving in the blood fountain?
No.
Goes, not me.
I pick up one of the largest bones I can find lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Walk up
Sorry,
to the
CD,
pool.
what do you do with it?
I cast light. Make the bone glow.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I walk up to the edge of the pool.
You throw it in.
No, you said it looked like the image is of a demon.
There is a statue of a demon. Most definitely a stone carved statue of a winged and horned demon.
First, I say hello in Abyssal.
There is no response.
I speak that too.
Ask if there's anyone listening, if you would speak back.
There is no response.
Still no response. So I drop the
I'll point
glowing
out that
bone
to see.
into the blood.
Okay. The bone slowly. Would the bone sink? Fuck it. The bone will sink down to the bottom and kind of rest down in the bottom, and gives off a very similar faint glow to the other one you see down there, as it's kind of shining up through the thick blood.
Let's not
Can we tell
touch
how
that.
far it goes down and touches the bottom?
It's probably 7-8 feet deep.
Wait, can I... If I force the water at the bottom and I freeze it around one of the lights, ice floats. It'll come up, right?
There's no water at the bottom.
But I can I shove water down there?
I don't
Or-
think you can
Okay, never mind.
create
Sorry.
enough water to do it. I'm trying to freeze water.
Because that's the last bullet. I can freeze water.
You-
So
Yeah, but you have to have water to do it.
yeah. Okay. I was
Right.
thinking.
I mean, I
Try to
have a
keep
full
dead.
water skin.
hmm So is anybody going in the pool?
I vote no.
Is the book in
Yeah,
there?
fuck no. I'm not diving into a pool of blood.
There's nothing. Well, I guess there wouldn't be anything for me. I asked the group, can anyone see if this fountain is anything special? Like, can they detect anything that would make it anything special?
Yeah, there's necromancy magic on it.
So yeah, I think we should just get the fuck out of here and move on.
Okay.
Is there anything written on the statue?
Necromancy magic from detect magic.
There
Is
is
it written?
not any kind of writing that you can see
Oh, right.
around it. It seems to be just a plain statue on a blood fountain.
Someone farted up ahead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Before we leave the area, are we doing anything about our fallen comrade and his stuff?
I feel like he's talked.
Newzak gave him a hand.
Useful?
I mean,
Oh, actually,
Took a
hey,
hand.
you took that potion, right? I could use a spare since I had to use mine already.
That's what I said.
Wasn't that over this way?
I gave it to you.
he did
I
say
saw
he
that.
gave it to you.
I missed that part.
All good.
Apologies.
All good. All right. So as you guys are walking and moving further into this next area, the stench changes from the smell of just death or the weird copper taste to just the smell of rotten eggs.
I'm gonna try to avoid these.
Someone-
Just kind of there's this
God
this,
damn it, CD.
and you can hear before we move on. You can hear coming from around the bend to your right that there's this gross kind of duet of gnashing teeth and like all these guttural throat sounds coming from that direction.
I'm dead.
Can I?
If you could hear that and then move quietly if you'd like, or do something else.
I
What are you doing, Donar?
I want to see if I can sneak over there. Well, question first: are these green gases anything like? Are these?
Yeah,
gas, or
this
what
this
is it?
area you can see it's kind of like filled with this green mist that makes you feel a little sick all around you.
I'd like to start to really quickly step out of it and take a deep breath and hold it.
Okay,
Alright, Mister, I can hold
15
my breath
minutes.
for 15 minutes.
So,
you do that.
for a while.
I would like to sneak over this way,
Okay,
just to see if I can get a glimpse of what this is.
sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. And is anybody else sneaking?
Oh
I
yes,
will-
please.
I will sneak in the other direction.
Okay.
I have a torch. I don't see much point.
I'm.
As soon as I can see them, they can see me.
So you, Donar, you can move forward a little bit quietly, and you see just around the bend a few more undead ghouls, similar to the ones you saw in the last room.
How far can I go without them detecting me?
You don't know. They currently do not see you. Well, I'll say, as you've moved up to here, and they haven't seen you yet. But you can see the light coming from behind you as your companions start to move forward. Do you
Can they
do
see
you have
me?
dark vision?
I do not.
Okay.
Can they
So
see
you can
me?
just kind of barely see them in the shadows. They have not seemed to notice your presence right now.
No. Can my companions see me?
Yeah, they saw you walk ahead. They were aware of
Okay,
your presence.
If anyone's I like hold up a hand to try and like stop anyone from following. Before we can get detected.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone sees it.
You guys see him hold up his hand.
New fact.
From where I'm at,
Yeah.
light on my shield.
In all honesty, I don't know if Newzak would know what the hell that meant.
I'm hoping another
So
person would be able to stop you.
all honesty, probably move forward.
But you don't have any light on you. Does anybody else move forward when he does
No, I
that?
don't have any light on me.
Would I be able to go back, hold Newzak, and probably push him back a little bit, and
You can try.
That's a good idea.
You can
Let's push
try.
the Raging Barbarian.
You're
and
and
possibly go back all while stealth still?
I mean, yeah, you can move quietly back up to him and kind of put your hand on his chest and try to get him to stop.
Newzak with the hot 8 stealth roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like
You kind of hear him making a little more noise than what should be, and the ghouls kind of start to move, but they haven't quite stopped their feast.
Okay.
Newzak, what do you do?
I'm just kind of looking at the Dragonborn, kind of following him.
I point the other way, that way, and say that way. Let's go.
All right.
I shake my
I-
no help,
No
I-
help.
help.
Keeping my shield by the ground so it doesn't light up much. I
Uh-huh.
just like peek around the corner of this door.
Well, if you're not using the light from the shield, you can't really see anything.
standing just enough around the corner to be able to see.
Okay. They would probably see the light, just because it's complete darkness around here, except for the light from you guys.
Alright.
So
Well,
you can
these
do that
undead
if you
have,
you can do that if you'd like to do that, or you can.
Exactly.
These
Stay.
undead have like dark vision?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Do all of these undead have dark vision?
These do.
Oh
Okay.
god.
So, have it seen me or reacted in any
Did
way?
you move your shield so you could have a little light?
I mean, my character.
I'm
moved enough.
I'm gonna leave that up to you. Did you shine light in there so you could see?
I saw a foot. I saw a foot of something that looked dead. Crouching or something.
Okay.
And then I stopped.
Okay.
And moved back.
Can you give me a stealth check with disadvantage just to see? They're not super perceptive, but
Okay.
we'll see how this goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody got spotted.
Yeah, they know. You see them kind of one of their heads as you're kind of moving back. You see one of their heads just kind of whip up and give out a snarl as it notices you.
Alright.
Before anything else happens, Donar and Nuzak, what are you guys doing? Are you still arguing?
I told him to stay here, be quiet.
Yeah, I did
Well-
just hear the
He said
snarl
yes.
though.
As you kind of are chatting back and forth, you see the ghoul as you corner your eye kind of move and look back in your direction and notice your presence.
Do
So
we hear anything from the other side that they were detected? No.
you
no
hear a
snarl.
snarl and you can see the other one kind of start to move in the other direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it possible I still have stealth and can just make a stealthy shot at him?
We can all roll initiative at this point,
Fact me. Okay, fine.
and you should have advantage. Just from that.
Oh, we have advantage.
No, just Donar
him.
from his character.
Okay, so I can just roll twice, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well I will take the 15.
Well, you don't get a choice. That's what it
I
means.
know.
15 was your higher.
Yes.
All
I'll
right.
Type it in. There we go.
Everybody in the initiative order. Everybody roll. All right.
Could
First
you
one.
Reorder?
I'm sorry.
Could you reorder? I was at the 9, but I typed it into 15.
I see. Thank you. All right. First up, man, these guys are rolling well in
Jesus Christ,
initiative.
that ghoul.
Well, it sees the light from over where Sarve, is that right? I don't know.
Oh,
And it
what is it?
runs right up to you and tries to. Yeah, it's gonna claw at you. It's not gonna rip your throat out yet.
Okay.
You're able to
Um,
kind of brighten your shield. I'm assuming that misses, right? You're able to block it away with your shield as the claw just scrapes harmlessly against it. And it's just snarling in your face, looking for a fresh meal. Conrad.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm good. Let's give it a stab and a punch. Or
Do
a
it.
Stab and a kick or whatever.
Wow.
I guess just a stab. Just a stab works too.
Are you using your spear with both hands?
No, just one because I still have the torch in the other.
Cool. Yeah, so your spear slams into its chest, and it definitely hurts from the spear. Am I using the wrong one? I am. Okay. And it kind of reels back and snarls at you. Is that all?
Oh yeah, sorry.
All right. And Donar, you see it kind of turning towards you and start to move in your direction.
I will take a shot with my arrow.
Okay. From your revised ranger thing, you have advantage because it has not acted yet.
Okay, cool. So I will do advantage.
Yeah, your arrow slams into its chest and it just kind of reels back a little bit, but then it's still heading towards you.
Alright, well that will end my turn.
Okay, it's going to, who would it attack? You just hit it with an arrow, so yeah, it's going to attack you. As it runs forward and claws out at you. Does a 12
That
hit?
does not hit.
You're able to dodge back out of the way as it can't seem to find any purchase. Vixen.
Oh, thank God, that was just on the mark. It was like one more and it would have hit it.
Vixen, are you muted? Did you fall asleep?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm gonna move into this little room so I can see that one.
All right.
I was trying to look at protection from good and evil. That's an action, right? And it drops hex.
Correct. You can
I'll cast it.
you can see the blood kind of spurting out of this thing, and it's already taken one hit from Conrad.
I don't want anyone else to die.
What would you like to do?
Oh wait, no, I can't cast it because I only have one spell slot.
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Darn it. I forgot. Alright, so I'll just hex it.
Okay.
And I'll Eldritch Blast it. Darn it.
Do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Your Eldritch Blast just hits it directly in the face, and its head just kind of explodes as it falls dead. Damn. Is that max damage? Oh, no, it's a d10, but pretty close. 14 points of damage. Yeah, that thing dies.
Woo-hoo! And then I only moved a few feet, right? What is this thing?
That you see a spiral staircase heading up.
Oh.
And you from the far distance you can hear what sounds like a battle going on upstairs. Like there's cries, shouts, steel striking steel. You can smell fire and blood, and you're pretty sure that's where the Harpers are fighting Zaldera and her minions.
Can I move over here?
Sure.
And I tell the group, hey, we probably shouldn't head up the stairs. The fighting's going on up there. We need to find this book quick.
Yeah, they did say that that it would be in the basement.
Yep. And my turn.
All right.
So one.
Mr. Ebb.
Is difficult movement through allies or?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't see shit. Great. I don't know. What do I can't see anything. Then I will do nothing. I will dash until I get here.
All right.
Oh, go here. And are any of these two looking rough?
They seem fine. They don't seem like they've taken much damage at all.
Then that's it.
All right.
I move up to here. Here. So
All right.
he can't escape or anything. And then I shall great axe him in the back.
Do it. Yeah, your axe again. You've murdered another ghoul. As your axe just kind of strikes straight through his back, and it falls undead again.
14 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's maximum damage
Wow.
when he's not raging. All right, and they all seem to be dead.
Cool. He survived yet another one.
Can I? What if I do this? Will that end it? Nope. Okay.
I look at the Dragonborn and nod my head, say, help.
Are we
Yes,
finishing
thank
the
you
whole
for help.
initiative thing?
Yeah. Well, I have initiative. And again, you see similar signs of feasting around here, as you did before. But as you're kind of spending some time in here, can everybody make me a Constitution saving throw? Just kind of as you're breathing in this weird, except for Sarve, since you're not breathing.
I did say earlier, Nuzak no breath.
Okay.
Oops, I did advantage by accident. Take the lower one. Or take the first one.
All right. Why is it? Oh, that's still checked. I just gotta uncheck these all for you. All right, there. Now
Wait,
Vixen.
why is less?
Because they were all still checked from when I was. They were still checked from when I was showing you the other day. All right, so Ebb,
Oh, he's only made a 9.
Ebb and Vixen, you guys both just feel a little sick for just as you're kind of in this area, and you're just considered poisoned currently. The rest of you are able to
Poisoned?
resist it. Poisoned. You don't take damage,
Oh, good.
but you are not as able to do what you need to do while you are poisoned.
Poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Thank you.
We need to get out of this room.
Would I be able to?
I'm gonna go through the right and try and take a breath.
Okay.
Would I be able to investigate?
Yeah,
Take a
this
breath.
I'm
duel,
sorry.
like,
Before you go in there, real quick, there's a door. There's supposed to be a door there. I think I forgot to add doors to most of these places. Yeah, but there's a door there. Just
Shit.
seems like a normal door. It's got a handle, and you can see a place for a key, but it is locked.
Anything on the detect magic?
Where are you? No, the door does not seem to be magical. It just seems to be locked.
I am going to bash it open because I need
Okay.
air.
Before you do
from
that, what are the rest of you guys doing? Conrad, you going in that direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this also a door?
There,
And
that
is
one's
it
actually
also
that one is not locked. There's
Right.
there's not a door. That's just kind of like a little opening.
Would I be able
I'll
to-
poke my head in.
Okay.
Would I be able to loot this? See what I can get from this body without having to be poisoned?
You feel like the longer you stay in here, the more you're going to be making those. But as you're kind of looking down at the ghoul, you see very similar to what you saw in the other ghouls. There's not much of value on these ghouls.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna head up here and
Okay.
then see that they're over here, so I'll probably just follow them to try and get out of the gas.
Okay. Conrad and Sarve, in that room, you see that there's these stairs leading down to a lower section. However, if you guys could, before you guys move forward, if you could just move back to the top. Oops. I was moving. There you go. And you see that all in this room, there's arms and armor kind of mounted all around the wall, everywhere. All of them seem to be rusted and ruined, except for a single round red shield with two battered longswords hanging behind it that seem to be in perfect condition.
Remind me how you think.
That's odd.
Hold, click.
I'm assuming that's this here.
Actually, yes, that's what it is. Sorry,
Yeah, because I mean, I
Yeah.
see a shield-looking thing. In
I thought it was all around, but it's not. Yeah, that's what you see. The shield seems in perfectly good condition, no wear or tear or anything on it, and the swords seem the same way.
Well,
I'm going
you want it? 'Cause I don't need it. That won't work with how I fight.
to go over to it.
Alright, since I
and
can't open that, I'm just gonna head up because I need
Okay.
air.
investigation check on that
I'm like
to check
grabbing
for,
on to Nuzak's belt.
for anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll your investigation. And I'm sorry, what are you looking for?
Oh.
Just kind of like seeing what it is.
For
Just one
traps,
traps or something.
or to see if there's anything weird that stands out about it.
The thing that stands out is it's a perfectly fine-looking shield, and perfectly fine-looking swords, in the midst of these rusted and worn-down shields, and swords and armor. Other than that, the shield looks like a nice shield, and the swords look like a normal sword. Normal swords.
Is
In that
this a
case-
doorway? Or is that a door?
That is a door.
These
Yes.
short or long swords?
Long swords.
Long swords?
I will take the shield.
All right. And is everybody here? That's
I'm going
convenient.
to-
'Cause
Did I get a ping on that first?
the shield is most definitely magical.
Do I have a school?
I don't know what kind of school it would come from.
If it has
It
one.
seems
I
to
know,
be
but it
a-
doesn't.
You're not sure what school. We'll go with that.
Okay.
So yeah, you grab the
Okay.
shield, and the shield seems like a very nice shield. However, as you do, the swords start to move
Oh.
and fly around and attempt to attack you guys. So can everybody roll for initiative?
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yep.
geez.
We're doing this. Man. Okay. Well, there's only one good one.
So many fights.
Yep.
Alright, I'm never using the fucking
Dungeons.
NPC button again.
Having bad luck with it.
Yeah, I got an 8 there, and I've gotten like 14 plus on all of my using my character sheet.
Damn. It's definitely rigged.
Right?
All right. Everybody rolled for initiative.
Nuzak, shit.
Wow, yeah, Nuzak with the nat 20. You see these swords kind of flying around and flying towards the person who grabbed the shield. What would you like to do, Nuzak?
I'm running up here and I'm swinging my great axe at the sword.
Do it.
Doors
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you see it kind of smashes into it, definitely dents it a little bit, causes some damage. It's still flying around, though. Whoa. You guys can see them, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just like
I
half.
know.
Back in the
like
wall.
half of it.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
And yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. The swords, or one of them, which one is it? The one on the left is going to swing down and try to smash at Sarve. I keep forgetting how to say your name. But you kind of just hold the shield that you just grabbed up and it bounces off and can't seem to strike you. And it is now your turn.
Okay. I will just to clear it up. Drop to the ground.
You will just cut out.
I was putting up the shield I was using on my back as I grabbed this new one.
Uh-huh.
To be wielding this new shield, and do these count as creatures for the
Yes.
purpose of? Okay.
They are
that
constructs.
case-
So yes, they count as creatures.
Chill touch.
All right.
The one in front of me.
Okay.
Reaching
Ooh. Nope.
hand that just like punches the wall, and then a second one that flies out.
Oh.
Oh my
There it is.
god.
That one you see the necrotic hand just reaches out and grabs the handle of the flying sword and then just takes it and smashes it up against the wall a few times and then the sword falls to the ground motionless.
How do you go from a natural 1 to a natural 20?
Welcome to how dice work.
It's karma.
Nice. Yeah, that one is no longer moving.
And with that, I just look over the top of my shield and glare at the other sword.
And I'm sorry, did you say you dropped the one you picked up? Or you dropped your shield?
I look. I dropped.
I think-
neither.
I thought
Okay.
he said he's dual wielding shields.
No. I
Also,
put
no,
up.
he said he put the other one away.
Okay.
Garrick is back.
Okay, so you put yours away and you're holding the new one.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right,
In my
that
other hand.
that sword is not a flying sword anymore. Dornar, you're standing 10 feet away from this other sword that seems to be swinging and smacking at Sword of A. What would you like to do?
Taker.
Are you...
Oh, was it me? Oops.
Yeah,
Yes.
Donar?
I thought it was someone else, my bad.
All good?
I have no idea what to do here.
Okay.
Because I am probably fucking useless against swords.
Doesn't matter. Hit it.
Yeah.
Bring out your inner Genos and hit it.
I am going to drop my bow, take out my daggers, and just come over here right in front of.
That's right where Sarve is, so you wouldn't be able to get in that space. You could
Okay.
throw your daggers at them if you'd want.
I would be as. That'd be.
It'd be basically the same type of attack.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll do that.
Throw-
I'll throw both of them.
Throw the blade at the blade. All right.
So just try and do a hit, I guess.
Yeah, just roll it like a normal attack. Your
Okay.
second one, if it hits, won't do the dex damage, but yeah, it's a normal attack. Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Want to make a quick
Ayo.
recommendation for everybody on all of your attacks. When it says, where was it? Crit, right? On all the damage types. Don't let that be a die. Just make it a static number for whatever size your die is. So if you attack with a D8,
good
it hits
idea.
you, and then it'll always just add 8. It won't try to roll a second die.
I have no idea what you're talking.
Well, I'll go over it
mine
with
is
you guys
set at
later.
20. Yeah.
So you can go.
I got
No,
you.
not the crit range.
Ow.
Right,
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like damage
Right
plus
after
dex
type.
plus whatever plus type, and then crit. Set
Okay.
that to be the number of whatever size die it is, and then it'll always just add that number.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Save everybody some trouble.
It's raining really hard.
All right, you can go ahead and make
So-
your second dagger attack. Both of them smash into it, so that one, second one's only 4 damage, but that's still 11 damage to it. as it kind of tries to dodge out of the way, but both blades strike into it, and you see scratches and marks appear on it as it's definitely taking damage. Yeah.
Can I pick up my bow with the same action?
You can do
Not
that on your
trying to
next
attack,
turn.
but- Okay.
Is this a wall?
No, you're at like standing on a ledge, and it's like a short little railing.
So I can go over it and get over here, right?
You could jump down. It's 10 feet down. If you'd like to do that.
Let's give it a try.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Yeah, you easily land out right on your feet, like a
Do
cat.
I still have hex?
Yep.
I'm gonna hex the sword
Okay. The sword is hexed.
and Elder's Blast. Pew.
Oh, yeah. Your blast smashes into it. Doesn't seem to do much damage, but yeah, you smash into it. Man.
Oh, does it?
All right.
Darn, 3 damage.
All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna fight this sword with my fists.
Looks like you brought fists to a sword fight.
That's right. Also my spear. I'm gonna
Well,
fail miserably
that-
at striking you with my fist.
Makes sense.
Please, there's the sword.
But your spear does strike into it, causing a few more scratches to appear.
Cool.
As it's still, it seems to be fluttering and kind of barely staying on its hilt, but it's still moving. Are you doing anything else?
No, that's all I got. My bad. I keep forgetting to click that in. I'm not used to this end of turn button.
I know. Nobody is. We're all getting used to it. It's all
I'll
good.
get used to it. It'll take a couple sessions.
Yep.
I would like the sword to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. It's actually not horrible. What's with these 15s? They keep rolling 15s against you.
Roll 20 right?
Agile sword.
I do nothing.
All right. It kind of this burning radiant flame burns up, but it kind of dodges to the side of it. Mr. Nuzak.
Alright. I get my great axe, pull it behind me and smash down on top of the sword as hard as I can.
The sword dodges to the side as your blow doesn't hit it.
Well, it hurt the floor of it.
Yeah, and it scratched a little bit of the wall. The sword will now... I mean, it's not very smart. It's not an intelligent creature. It's just going to continue attacking what it attacked last time. So it's going to swing down and again just smack the shield and not do any damage to Sortive. And it is now your turn, Sortive. Sortive.
Sour face.
Please no.
What would you like to do?
Come up with nicknames for every single one of you.
Mix things up a little bit and cast Toll the Dead. In the...
You really want it to make another save?
Yes, I do.
What are the odds it'll beat the
Save.
save twice?
It's a wisdom save, right?
Oh, wise is
Yeah.
the sword.
It is super fucking wise.
Is it really?
It's got -3.
So wise.
Negative
That's
3.
hot -3 wisdom.
Yep. All right, so it hears.
It hears bells?
It doesn't have to hear it. It's just
Does it hear itself?
You guys just hear a
Sonic
ringing,
damage.
dong dong dong. And that's the D12. That is. It kind of as the ringing, it just falls down to the ground and stops moving. And
Yay.
that's it.
Thank God you took care of that, because I have no idea what the fuck I was gonna do next.
Shoot it with an arrow.
That's all I could do.
I'm gonna punch it with my fist.
Does the shield attack us now?
The shield does not. The
Okay.
shield seems still
The shield
it
is
still
my
radiates
friend.
some magical essence, but it is not.
Transfer my light spell onto my new shield.
Okay.
I will just turn my attention to the door now. Can I see if anything is special with this door? Can I go through it? Just
Can you give me
can I just open it?
an Are you gonna try to open it?
No. Can I inspect it first
Sure.
before I do anything?
You sure can. Give me an investigation check. Yeah,
on.
you don't see any kind of sign of traps or anything on the door. Doesn't seem any. There's no magical ping for Ebb.
Okay, Nizek says he wants to open. I will let him open it.
I bring down my great axe on the door.
I not too.
And I just shrug my
Christ.
shoulders.
What is with doors and me not being able to
There,
get them?
there is a handle. You could try.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack, will you?
Did.
Yeah, it kind of bounces off the door, and like you just turned your wrist, and so the flat of the blade just kind of hits the door, and doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
You know, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of members.
Door locked.
I perhaps suggest that someone who has a, assuming the door is locked, a lock pick should try to pick the lock.
Hey, I can try. What do I roll for that?
I will give you
Alright.
guidance.
I mean-
Straight up.
No. So you're gonna go try to pick a lock on this door. You're gonna try to pick the keyhole?
Wait, hang on. Did we just try to open it? Like, just straight up open it yet?
No.
I'm gonna try to open it.
No. Nuzak slammed it with his axe and said it was locked.
Also, I will pick up my
Okay.
daggers.
I'm
Okay.
going to try to open it.
You-
Be that either push or pull. I'll try
You
both.
defeat the damn door and open it.
Oh man. Whew. Whew, that was
The door is
tough.
open. And you see in this room that you get the smell, the first thing that hits you. All these smells in this dungeon. It smells like mildew, horrid mildew smell. You see all around the room there's algae growing from the cracks and on the floor, and then in the center of the room you see a skeleton, right in the center, with its hand caught in a closed steel trapdoor.
Oh, ouch. Wait,
Anyone else get the feeling something useful under the trapdoor?
Possibility.
Like maybe one really well protected object that might be hidden in the basement?
I think that it goes with anything with a dead body in front of it. So
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
percept?
yeah, is that supposed to be a door?
Yeah, is this a door or is this open?
It's open. There's a doorway that leads
Can I
into another
percept?
section.
Can I
I'm gonna
can I
percept.
like see
Hey,
anything?
Nuzak, you want to go with me to check this out?
What are you guys looking? What are Nuzak and Donar? You can also give me a perception check. What are you guys looking for?
You know, anything
We're going down the hall.
Kind of. I'm percepting.
My bad.
You don't see much else. You guys both don't see much else besides this closed trap door with the skeleton's hand caught in it. Nothing else. Nothing else seems to stand out.
Okay.
I want to look at the. You said it was algae?
Yeah, there's like algae just growing around all these walls, like mold and
Hey, do you
moss.
sub detect magic up? You should detect magic at trapdoor.
Yeah, I asked.
When I did that,
The trapdoor doesn't seem to be magical,
Um,
is it a box or it's a door?
but
Like
there's
these,
definitely a latch on it.
when I checked, did I see anything on the dead body? Just
No, it
a
just
pile
seems
of
to be
bones?
a skeleton, still in like a skeleton shape, but it's laying with its hand caught
Is it caught
Is-
on the door handle? or
underneath
just, like,
underneath the trapdoor. Its hand is
So
caught,
is it
and it's
holding
got
up?
like
Is there a crack that we can see through? into the
it looks
door?
like its hand has been kind of like smashed in the door and pinched, and then it was not able to move anymore.
So my suggestion is move to the back of the trapdoor and open it and just see what happens.
Is this a drop?
we can.
I'm sorry, where are you asking? No. Oh no, that's another room, an opening.
Okay. It almost looked like the walls. I didn't know if it was like a pit.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
slightly
That's
different. Oh, I see. That it's messed up of how I put the layers on there. But no, that's
No,
just
whatever.
continues. That's not a drop off. It's just continues in the hallway. All right. So,
we
what were you saying before you guys move further into the other room? What are you guys doing with the trapdoor?
I made a
plenty
suggestion.
of rope. We could stand behind it and pull it open.
Do you want to try and put some rope on it?
So there's no like actual visible gap, is there?
Nope, it seems to be flush with the floor.
Anyway, I have a hammer and a
chest.
climbing pigeon. Is there any way that I could like pry open the trapdoor?
You could probably pull it open. Like, you'd probably be able
Is
to
there
pull
a
it open.
handle?
Yeah, there's a handle on the top.
Oh, okay. In that case, I just like loop the rope through the.
And we're gonna stand back.
Stand back. This is.
Okay. So the rest.
I'm fully interested on the chest in the middle of this room.
Okay, so the rest of you guys have moved on, and it's just right now Donar and Sarville in this room, right?
Seems like it.
Correct.
I go over here just to get like maybe an angle to see if there's anything that happens with this trapdoor. But
Hey, Rob.
I'm still within earshot of basically everyone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hecka, what were you gonna say?
Looks like you forgot to apply a door or a wall or something into this next room.
Probably.
That's where we were before.
Looks like it.
It was still a door.
Yeah, no, but
No, not that one. That one. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. All right.
Yep.
So, you guys are walking away into that room as they kind of loop the rope around. Donar, you're standing in the corner. Sarve, you moved into the other room.
Yeah, I've got the rope, and I'm
Okay.
basically fishing up to as maximum length I can. And then, unless anyone stops me or says something, I am going to corner, pulling the rope and pulling the trapdoor open.
All right. So you pull the trapdoor open, and the first thing you notice, and Vixen notices, and Donar notices, and then a second later the others notice, the doors to that room slam closed. And as the trapdoor just shoots open as he pulls it open, Donar, you see water just shooting out of the trapdoor, and the skeleton stands up.
Oh,
Hold on.
no.
That's why there was a note about underwater combat.
Fuck me.
Hold on. I had the rope through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Does that prevent the door from closing?
It doesn't. The rope is just kind of caught in the door at this point.
Oh, no.
The door most definitely slammed shut and just kind of pulled the rope. Maybe kind of pulled you forward a little bit as it pulled the rope taut. But these doors are now locked, and I need everybody to roll initiative at this time. Because water is beginning to fill this room. It's
Wait, the room we're in,
pretty
or
fast. No, the
that
room
was
that
closed?
you guys just left. You don't know about that, but...
Fuck me.
Oh,
um,
The room there. Okay.
that explains
I
the algae.
am royally fucked.
well, all right. So, where's my initiative order? There it is. Probably have to sort it. Sarve, you're the first to react. What would you like to do as soon as the door in front of you closes?
Really quick.
Yes.
Is this room, is the air clean?
Yes.
Alright, I renew my breath,
Okay.
exhale and take a deep breath.
Okay.
Which I assume should be closed now for me. Alright, I pull out drop my shield and pull out my warhammer
Uh-huh.
and
Warhammer's only one-handed.
okay.
It's
You shouldn't
versatile.
need, yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah,
Versatile.
versatile, but like you shouldn't need to drop your shield if you just want to pull out the hammer.
I want to attack the door for everything I have.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack. Yeah, your warhammer smashes in. You see a big dent appear in the door. A few more smashes that might do it, but yeah, you've started to try to beat down the door.
Yeah, it's damage on the right because I was wielding it two-handed.
Can I hear
not a bad way to do it.
anything
Awesome.
besides the water? Like anything like
You
through
hear-
the doors?
Nope, not really. The water is pretty damn loud.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lovely.
Yeah,
So,
Alright. I run up and attack the door.
do it.
And attacking doors a lot this game. Where's my character sheet? Here it is. Here it comes.
You smash into it, but it doesn't seem to do much damage at all to the doors. As again, you've been defeated by
Doors.
the door is locked from your damage.
You're not very smart when attacking doors, are you?
Alright, I back up so someone else can attack the door, and
Okay.
then I'll end my turn.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm still down here. We're in combat order. I can't move.
Back over here. If I Eldritch Blast it, is it still disadvantage?
Not if you move back.
That's a great quote.
That's good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Your blast
Oh my
smashes into it. It
God!
doesn't seem to do much to the door.
Stupid doors. I feel like I'm a critical role.
So we just hear the water. We don't.
You can make a perception check. Yeah, you can hear the water. Yeah, fuck it. You can hear the water. Yeah, you can hear the water kind of shooting up out of it, out of the trapdoor.
I will try to trident the door.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah. So
and I
again,
will-
your trident just kind of smashes back
I'm
into
gonna
it.
die
Doesn't seem to
by
do
a
anything.
rigged roll 20.
Conrad,
Aye.
why did that? I don't think I rolled initiative for the skeleton. I did though.
You
Weird.
didn't.
Rip.
That's
I
okay.
should do that.
He'll go at the end, or he'll go after Donar.
No, yeah, whatever. Alright, so why did you, what,
It looks
someone
like
take
the
my turn?
order was reset.
Yeah, it was reset when I rolled his initiative. All right.
Rip.
So it is your turn though.
One more. There you go. Alright, so 5, 10, we said it's difficult terrain for, ally being there?
Yeah.
So 20, 25, 30?
Yep.
Alright, let me smash at this door. Again, this will be the left damage on the spear. I'm taking the CD route.
Nice. So both your strikes slam into the door, dealing clear damage to it. A few more strikes like that will definitely go down.
Yeah.
But it's dented and starting to bend maybe a little bit.
I don't really see a need to move back because me and Nuz here are both melee, and the other two are both ranged.
All right. Anything else?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No problem.
4.999.
Donar, as you're
So-
standing here in this room, you see the water shooting out, begin to lap around your feet, and slowly start to fill up this room. What would you like to do? And you see the skeleton stand up and start to move in your direction.
I would like to. How fast would you say the room is filling?
These first 6-7 seconds or so, it's already filled up about a foot and a half. It's pretty damn fast. So like it's almost up to you. Are you tall? You're pretty damn tall. It's almost up to your knees as you're starting to react.
This is probably a stupid question. Acid is less dense than water, correct?
It is. I'm sorry. It is what?
Is less dense. So if like it could cover like on top of water. It would sit on top of water.
I'm not sure. What were you trying to do with it?
Basically trying to use my acid breath on the trap door to try and stop it from.
I think if you would probably know if you did that, you may actually dissolve the door and not actually stop the water.
Okay, well that's fucking useless then.
You can use it on the skeleton.
Yeah.
Oil is no. Water is not heavier than oil. Never mind. Googling.
This is D&D, not science, okay? Gosh.
Yeah, apparently a lot of acids are denser than water. So
So that would.
Yeah. that's
So, what would you like to do? You can see both doors.
I will try to use acid breath on the skeleton.
Okay. So what kind of saving throw is that?
It is A dexterity? Yeah, dexterity save.
Okay. Frickin' 15s. That's okay. I think it still takes half damage. So you see the acid. It kind of it sees the acid coming and dodges out of the way of some of it, but it still takes some damage from your acid breath.
Okay, and then
You still have
I'm
movement.
going to. Since I know that there's more. Oh no. I'm gonna try and just like move this way
Okay.
to stay far away from the skeleton as far as I can. Hopefully to keep keep away from his movement. I doubt that's possible.
Well, it's
My
gonna
turn.
move towards you, and
Yeah.
it's gonna strike at you with its short sword. As you just dodge back out of the way, kind of crouching down in the corner, it can't seem to hit you. At this point, the water's about 2 feet high, lapping at your knees. Sardive.
I make a quick motion to put my drop shield on my attached to my pack, with
Okay.
the strap of my pack, so
Sure.
I don't leave it behind. And then once again, I just lift up my hammer and swing it down with both arms.
Yeah, so the door
Or-
takes another big dent as your warhammer smashes into it.
It should be the damage on the right.
You're forgetting to add your +1 for your strength mod on the right.
So it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Is that not?
No, it just says 1d10. It doesn't say 1d10 +1.
All right. Are you doing anything else?
Oh,
You
Okay.
forgot to check the thing saying that it uses strength.
5 damage.
Got it.
Thank you.
And that's it.
I run up back to the door
It's still locked.
and
I'm just kidding. Nobody tried that.
it doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit it with my axe.
I'm just kidding. Nobody tried that.
It's fine.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, your great axe slams into it, and you're able to kind of smash a big hole into it where you can just take another hand and just kind of rip it open, and the door is now opened, and the water is weirdly not flowing into this room,
Wait,
but it is
What?
still
What?
That is weird.
filling up the room on the other side.
Oh no.
Hey, that is fine. I am running up to the skeleton.
Okay. It's difficult terrain at this point, as it's about 3 feet high. So you,
Aggressively.
okay, yeah, go ahead. You run up to the
With
skeleton.
Aggressive.
And that'll end my turn.
All right.
Oh, I have advantage on initiative.
Oh, sorry. Alright, I actually have to take off here in 3 minutes. So.
Cool. Well, this should be wrapped up pretty soon. If someone's
Okay.
gonna do something about the water, Vixen.
Yeah, difficult terrain doesn't slow your.
Can I see the skeleton?
Yes.
I'll move up one.
Yeah, that's for traveling.
Oh,
You
that's for
ignore
traveling,
difficult.
not-
Yeah, so if you're like traveling across
Gotcha.
difficult terrain, you ignore it all the time. But if you guys are like
Okay.
traveling as a group over a long period of time,
I thought
that would
was your
ignore it.
combat too.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, you can see the skeleton, Vixen.
Alright, I'm gonna hex it.
'Kay.
And Eldritch.
Do it.
Darn it!
Your blast just kind of goes right around Nuzak and hits the wall behind him, and doesn't hit the skeleton. Are you doing anything else? Nope.
No.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
I'm going to swim because I can do that.
Okay, yeah, you can move pretty easily through this water,
Um,
and you see the
good.
trapdoor still open and the water shooting out of it.
I'm going to do, I don't know, Sacred Flame still?
Underwater?
I mean,
it's
it's
about
radiant.
3 feet high at this point.
It's radiant, it's not
Yeah, it
fire,
still do
so-
radiant damage. So
Okay.
dexterity save. Here comes another 15. Even better. It dodges out of the way in the water, as your flame can't seem to find purchase on him.
With my object interaction, can I close the trapdoor?
You can certainly try. Can you
Do I
give
roll?
me a strength check? It can be athletics if you'd like.
That does not matter.
You try to push against the door, but you're not strong enough to push it closed at this point. All right, Conrad.
Cool. I'm gonna, what, 10, 20, 30? And also try to close the door, I guess? Is that an action or a bonus action, or what's the deal with that?
You can just take your. It's really should be an action. You
Okay.
can take your action to try and close it.
I mean, I don't have much strength, but,
Yeah.
you know,
This is
whatever.
gonna be a strength check. Try and push it closed against the spray of the water, or you can
Fuck
start
it.
to do it and have someone help you.
Nope, that didn't work.
Yeah, you're not able to. You can continue trying to push, but you're not able to at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope.
At this point, Donar, the water's everybody in the room. It's getting up to be about 4 feet high, so it's up to your waist, possibly even above your waist. What would you like to do, Donar?
I'm probably going to move over this way and shoot another arrow at it.
Okay. As you move away, it's going to swing out at you.
Okay. I need to make a.
But you're able to dodge out of the way.
Ooh, nice.
Man, these swords and the skeletons have been rolling poorly on their attacks. Your arrow hits it in the back, and that might be enough. Yeah, it had 6 hit points. And the skeleton collapses, and the bones just begin to sink and kind of move around in the water as it's swirling. Survey, you're still hacking at the door? I guess you don't really know that anybody's in there yet.
Nothing of what is going on. I continue to hack at the door. Another 5 damage.
Nice.
Did anybody cut the rope?
Nice. 5 more
Rope was
damage.
apparently squished by
The
the
rope-
door.
The rope is still there, just kind of caught in the door, and then it would have been
Tied
pretty
to the
easily to
trapdoor.
undo it from the trapdoor. If you're trying to push
Well,
it
I'm
closed.
going to. I'm gonna.
Oh
help.
yeah, the door is the rope is that's stuck in the door by me is holding the trapdoor open.
Oh, God.
I assume somebody would have kind of cut that. Like you could have pulled out your spear and cut the rope real quick before you tried to close it.
I'm gonna try and take my daggers as well and just cut the.
All right, we're still in initiative because the water's still moving pretty fast and filling up this room. So Nuzak's gonna try to close it
okay.
with
Never
his.
mind, I'm over here.
Oh man, he is. And Nuzak just kind of
Oh my!
bodies his shoulders
There you
into
go.
the door and is able to shut it and get it closed. As
Wow.
soon as the doors
Wow.
close, Sarve, the door next to you can hear a click as it unlatches, seemingly unlocked. And then the rest of you over the next 20 seconds, 30 seconds, the water slowly starts to recede and fade away and fade away and
It
until
just
it's
fades
gone.
away.
It seems to disappear into some kind of drains. It seems to be going off towards the walls.
Did we see what was under, like, the trapdoor?
You could make a perception check. Yeah. As you were kind of standing there trying to close it, you saw that there's like a grate there, and then the water was coming out from under the grate. If you could open the trapdoor again and try to look.
I mean, if you guys want to walk out, I can breathe here. It's fine.
Alright. Well,
Really
I
quick,
will, I will
would
do
like
that
to-
as I was stuck in the room. So.
If
I'd
the
like
door,
to make a
door
perception
closes,
check just to see if I could see like exactly where the water's going.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. This is gonna be investigation actually, as you're kind
I
of looking
think
around.
I think I'll help with that actually.
Well, I was just saying if I saw something like right as I entered the room. But,
Okay. Yeah. Anybody who kind of spins down and looks around, you see like there's little, like little trap doors or the holes that kind of were opened, and then as soon as the water was gone, they slammed shut again, like barely imperceptible, barely noticeable around, like with all the algae around. But as the water was flowing away, and you looked down and inspected it, you saw that's where it was going. The broken door does not fix itself. Sorry.
okay. I don't know, magic and stuff. So
Yep. That part someone will have to come fix after you guys leave. Probably the maintenance guys. They probably won't be happy.
maintenance.
All right. So, as you guys were looking in that other room, I will tell you what we see before we end, unless you guys want to continue on. But it's getting towards the time where we should be ending. So in this room, as those of you who just got a glance in it before you got pulled back, the air is kind of dancing. It seems alive. There's some kind of unseen energy dancing around. And you see these two black, thick iron pillars stretching from floor to ceiling as they're just kind of humming. You can just feel this humming coming from them. You see in the middle and between the two pillars a iron chest, completely black. Has a not a lock as in a it's locked, or it's got a keyhole on the front where a key would be put, shockingly, but it seems to be completely closed. And that's where we will end tonight.
If I was a book, I would be hidden there.
Yeah,